Hey, happy Friday the 13th and welcome to making carrot cake with Crystal. This is not a new recipe, we made this before, but I felt like carrot cake, so here we are making carrot cake, which I was craving it last night. Dan just about finished off the apple pie. I think I had one slice. I wasn't really feeling the apple pie. But last night I was thinking, I want some carrot cake, and we were trying to figure out what to do tonight, and it's carrot cake, because I feel like carrot cake. How's everybody doing? Happy Pride Month, Shannon and everybody. Your sink is slightly off, Jess says. How's everybody doing on this Friday the 13th? Better than everybody who's trying to attend Bonnaroo in Tennessee and is washed out and sitting in their cars waiting to see if it's going to continue. Oops. Jess says she did refresh before saying it. Carrot cake or muffs? Cake, because you cannot limit my consumption of carrot cake to a single muff. I need to decide when I slice it how much cake I want. Friday and the 13th, yes. Sorry, there's a hair on my face. Shannon says I made your carrot cake for Joey's birthday 2 weeks ago, and it was so good. It is. I don't think I've done it. I think the carrot cake might be this year's holiday postcard. Liquidium with a member super chat. That's just hot air blowing in over here. Does this mean you're doing carrot on carrot crime, a murder perhaps on this Friday the 13th? Oh, I'm murdering these carrots. Here's the thing. I haven't made carrot cake since Dan got me this amazing lemon zester in place of my cheese grater that I used for zesting. And I got rid of the cheese grater, so I might be annihilating my lemon zester because I don't have any other cheese graters. Wait, I don't think it does fine grating though. Let's see. I have this tool. No, I think this is just, oh wait. Maybe I might not have to use my zester. No, that's not very fine though. I'll try it, I'll see. This thing is amazing. It slices and dices and chops and does all sorts of things. It's quite practical. But I don't know how to use it with a slicer. I've only done the big things on it. Dan, do you know how to do this? Do I just... I think this comes off. Hi, Terry. It's not a hair, it's kitty glitter. It was something. Okay, that comes off. I don't know if this is quite fine enough. So, if you weren't here the last time I made carrot cake years and years ago, I don't know, it's been a long time. We did it for Easter last time. I grate the carrots super, super fine, so that they like basically disintegrate. Because I don't want chunks of carrots. Does it go? No, it's gotta go this way, right? And then I don't know, we're gonna find out. Oh, here's the thing I have to check before I can do anything else though. I don't know if I have enough sugar. I ran myself out of sugar. And I gotta make sure I have 2 cups or Dan's gonna have to go to the store, and I think Dan might have to go to the store.
I was trying to fix the audio thing, but I'm not sure what that is, because there's no, like... I think my computer needed a reboot before we started.
Uh-oh. And you didn't do it? Just don't look at my mouth. We'll make carrot cake like this, and you'll be fine. Alright. Okay, eggs and sugar go in here first. I just don't know if I quite have enough, and our neighbors that we're friendly with are out of town. Hey Dan. Greg says, I think Dan's going to the store. I have like 1 3/4 cups. Sometimes there's little bits in my sugar. Not like bugs, just like dirt. After watching Clarkson's Farm, though, I get it. Like, they just throw all the stuff on the ground and then scoop it up. So, yeah. Bye, Amanda. Have a good weekend. I need sugar again. Sorry, it didn't even occur to me when I sent you to the store for all the other things I needed. But don't worry, I will grate carrots while you're gone. Oops. You can just go to Aldi because that'll be fastest.
Do you like their sugar?
It's fine. Sometimes it's a little clumpy and hard, but it's fine.
You want me
It'll
to
break
grab
up.
it for the Stater Brothers?
You don't want to go to Stater Brothers. Anyone else going to watch the Friday the 13th movies? Had not occurred to me. I am actually looking forward to Bonnaroo is live streaming on Hulu this weekend. Dan, luckily, I discovered last night. It started yesterday, and he was lucky enough for me to discover that Insane Clown Posse was live at 11 something. It was supposed to be 11:05, but they didn't go on stage on time. Your comments are through. I see you. It's right there. Of course that one does. Of course. That's how it goes. So we watched Insane Clown Posse at a really loud volume last night, and Dan just sat there grinning from ear to ear, telling me all the stories of his Insane Clown Posse days. Jess, last night was not canceled. Today, it has not been canceled. They've canceled like 6 artists so far, and they have told people to wait in their cars, which I can only imagine is just not gonna end well. Oh, they're canceling the remainder of it. That must have just happened. At 7:30 p.m. their time. Yeah, because when I got home, we put it on and it said, wait, so the whole weekend's canceled? I thought so when it said it was going to be postponed. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be just muddy and gross. Well, that sucks. FAF wants you to live stream your trip. We're already live streaming. Why'd you put my banana up there, weirdo? Yeah, that sucks. There weren't really that many bands I wanted to see, but, you know, live music's live music. But starting tomorrow, Warped Tour is live streaming on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can check that out. How is the weather out there in California? Mike, it is 89 degrees and a little windy, so it's not too hot.
It feels kind of good.
Today wasn't bad at all.
It's hot for you Midwesterners.
Yeah, it was not uncomfortably hot.
Mine is full of cat hair.
It just says it's 49 here. You are. If you go get the lint roller, I will lint roll your back because you've got like clumps of cat hair on your back. Let me double check. Come be on camera and be cute. Distract
There
them.
is no cute.
You're cute.
I was supposed to go shower after the stream started.
Well, now
Hi friends.
Let me just double check because I'd hate to come in here and be like, I have a dog.
Oh, it's okay. I'll go get it. It's no problem.
You know what? I can just use some brown sugar for the last quarter. It's not a big deal. For a carrot cake, it's not going to change the flavor. What's the consensus? Brown sugar for the last like quarter of a cup?
I don't mind getting the sugar, but I don't know how that works.
I think it's totally fine. You're just going to have to go get me some sugar next week. I think that will totally work. I see Jim saying, "Whoa, Vans Warped Tour, what year is this?" Oh, wait till you see the lineup.
Wait, are you making like, I bought strawberries. Are you making like pancakes and stuff tomorrow, or
Maybe.
not with sugar, right?
I usually make my pancakes from pancake mix.
Okay,
So I'm just gonna use brown sugar.
Okay.
Because it's almost 2 cups. I'm not that worried about it.
Go.
Yeah, it has molasses in it, but I don't think that's gonna matter in a carrot cake. I don't think you're gonna notice the flavor difference, and if you do, I think it's only gonna enhance it.
Scott said, what about the frosting? Will that need sugar?
No, that's powdered sugar. Good looking out, though. Liquidium says, one of my comments that didn't go through, I said to use brown sugar. Oh, YouTube was holding you back, bro. It was waiting for me to get the glory for that comment. So you're claiming it was your idea, but we'll see about that. Yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not even worried about it. 4 cups of powdered sugar in the frosting. Ooh. But no regular sugar. So we're good. You don't have to go to the store, Dan. You can go take a shower.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, Jim says it'll make it deeper and richer. Yeah, with the flavor of a carrot cake, I honestly, like, why isn't it brown sugar? Like, that would be good. Do you need to do the brown sugar to white sugar conversation? Conversation or conversion? I don't think there's a conversion. I think it's just 1-to-1. It's only a quarter of a cup out of 2 cups. It's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about whether I'm going to be able to grate it fine enough. Because I think that's going to be smaller. Because I like it to completely disappear. I do not want chunks of carrot in my carrot cake at all. You can go shower.
I'm gonna go in a minute. I was making sure things were running right and stuff first.
Okay. Ew, Short Dolphin got their thumb ripped open by their dog's teeth today. Ew, I hope it wasn't like viciously.
Yeah. Keep it out of that area.
Was it an accident? Hi Janet, how you doing? So yeah, Jim, check the lineup for Warped Tour. It is nothing like it used to be. Although I will say, Less Than Jake is there. Less Than Jake.
Wait, hold on. At least 50% of the bands you're excited about.
Not the ones that are live streaming. It didn't look like, but I don't know. They only announced like 6 bands that were live streaming. They didn't announce the whole lineup, so we'll see what happens. How's Felicia this week? Not too bothersome, so we'll see how tonight goes. It hasn't been too terrible of a week. Thanks for asking. But she's still gotta go. Sister used to use her food processor for carrots, would literally mince them. I thought about that. My food processor has the spinny thing at the top to grate things.
Give it a try for
I
one of
don't
the
know that
carrots.
I want to make it like super liquidy.
Your hands are gonna be all like. Your hands are gonna be all rubber when you're done.
Cheryl in Texas is watching Storm Chasers and decided to switch. I don't know that we're more exciting than Storm Chasers, but carrot cake's pretty good. Short Enough was trying to get something out of her mouth and took her thumb out and it scraped on her long, sharp tooth. Oh, that sounds like user error.
We were coming out of the convention and I don't know, one of the dogs tried to swallow something and I watched Jess put her hand down the dog's throat to her elbow.
To be fair, her arms aren't that long.
No, they're not. It's like 2 Smurf arms, but like, yeah, so I seen that.
Jim says I went to Warped 99 to 03. Those are about the years that I went. Yeah, because you and I got together in 04, and I don't think I went with you ever, but I went with the guy I dated before you, so that would have been 03.
To Warped Tour?
Yeah. Yeah, I made him buy me leopard print Vans that I still have and never wear, because, oh my god, they're just so flat on the bottom. Jim's laughing at Jess's T-Rex arms. Jess has a salad shooter for things like this. Love it! Salad shooter is one of those things my mom had growing up that I'm just like, I can't have one of those. I did make her buy a new one, though.
Did she run the meatloaf through the salad
Probably.
shooter into the pot?
Do you remember when we were at her house and she pulled out her salad shooter? I'm like, that thing is disgusting. And
She pulled out the
salad shooter, like
the
from
salad
my
shooter.
childhood, like the original
2
version,
different browns.
1.0.
Yeah,
like the color of a Commodore 64 computer.
Has battle moves of every salad it's ever spit.
Pulled up. I think I might have even bought it for her. I pulled it up on Amazon. I was like, "You need a new one." I can't believe you're still using that thing. But yeah, I can't. We buy our cheese pre-grated. I'm not using a salad shooter. It's just Principality at this point.
Growing up, we always had blocks of cheese.
Chris never did Warped Tour, but caught a couple Ozfest years. I never did Ozfest, but you did.
I did Ozfest, I think, 97. The first big, huge year that they were there, we went to Ozfest, and it was so freaking hot. But, so, like, we went and got tickets at the warehouse. We went out there and got tickets at the warehouse.
I did Lollapalooza in 98 and got my tickets to the warehouse.
And there was a line out there for that day. There was a line outside the warehouse. We're almost 2 hours away from Ozfest. Like, we're in Glen Helen. And there was, like, people that morning standing out there trying to get tickets so they could get over to the event.
That's cool.
That's how different things were then. There's, like, a line out there just for... It'd be for the book. You could go and, like, pick your concert tickets out of the book. But everybody
you had to go tell them what you wanted, and they'd look it up for you and print you out your tickets.
It was a good year.
I miss doing it that way.
It was a good year. I got to see Fear Factory, which is my favorite band. And it was good. It was good. It was just hot. But Marilyn Manson was really good. I got to see some good bands there at the 90s. We were just hot. It was just hot.
Alright, I do have 3 different options for grating these carrots. Right now I'm just peeling the dirtiness off of them. I have this, I have that, I do have a food processor. I'm going to check that out and see. Those of you who have food processed, do you just put it in with the blade at the bottom? Or like my food processor has the grater at the top, but I think it's going to grate it big like cheese, and I don't want to do that. You know me, I'm very particular about how my things are done. I've always graded it a certain way, and now I can't do that.
I went in 98 when it was Ozzy and Megadeth and Soulfly and Seven Dust and Life Agony and...
Well, I think Megadeth was supposed to be tonight at Bonnaroo.
Cold Chamber and Motorhead. No, it must have been 97 because I don't think I saw them before. Who was supposed to be at Bonnaroo?
I think Megadeth was tonight's Bonnaroo closer.
Yes, 97 is what I went to. I was so happy to see Fear Factory. Pantera, Typo Negative, Fear Factory, Machine Head, Power Man 5000, Downset, Drain, STA. It was STH. Visions of Disorder. Yeah, that's where I learned, like, yeah, that was good.
That was definitely, like, too metal for my taste.
I did have this shirt.
Did you?
Yeah.
That was gone by the time I came along.
It was small. That's why I learned that concert shirts shrink.
Oh.
Like super shrinky dink.
Okay, I'm sure this is not enough carrots, but we're gonna start with this.
So, what do you do? Just like grating stuff?
It's grating carrots. For like ever. I don't know, let's pull out the food processor and see. I got no feedback.
Yeah, you should do something fun just because.
Hannah says she got to share about my mom's meatloaf while in treatment today. The other 4 girls were equally as horrified. Glad I could share the horrific microwave meatloaf. Did Dan already grab sugar? Was he that fast? No, we decided I'm just going to use brown sugar because it's a carrot cake and I don't think you'll notice the flavor difference for like a quarter of a cup of it. I think it'll be fine. Not worried about it. Oh my god, Dan's been in here. Things are just piled up.
Oh shoot, sorry about that. You weren't supposed to look under there until after the show.
So I couldn't scold you on camera? Oh, Dan. Oh, Dan. My blender gets washed in the dishwasher on Fridays, Dan. It's like this waffle maker's where it's not supposed to be, and because I bought a new blender, but it came with a plastic blender cup and I didn't want to use it, so I kept my glass one, and now what do I do with this? Does someone need a blender cup? I'll mail it to you.
No, don't. You can't say those things out loud. You know better than that.
You gotta pay for shipping, but I'll mail it.
No, you know better than that.
So this is like big grating though. It's kind of big.
Not really, because look at the hole.
It's much bigger than like this is the size I usually do it.
Is there another blade?
No, not for grating. There's crumbs in here.
I mean, we might as well whack one, or like whack a chunk just to see. For like, we're all hanging.
I'll whack a chunk just to see.
Whack a chunk just to see. We're all hanging out. We might as well, you know. You know, now that Boneroo's canceled.
Did you buy the same brand of blender with the old craft? Yes, that's the thing. I got the same brand. I actually got it for free at work because we use Quill to order office supplies and then we earn points. And
I thought you were going to jail.
One of the things we have like thousands of points and we don't need any of this crap. Every time they have candy, we load up on candy for the office, and then there's just like crap nobody needs, and so they happen to have the exact same blender, and I'm like, oh, I need a new blender, so I got it. But like I said, it came with the plastic one. It was the same base, so I just put my glass one onto the new base because it was the base that was dying.
I would rather have a glass than a plastic one anyway.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah, when I'm chopping up like ice and stuff, it makes me uncomfortable to think about using a plastic one. Keep the plastic one for backup. You have cats, plus glass are dangerous. It's super thick. I think even if I like threw it at the ground, it probably wouldn't even break. Super, super thick.
The glass.
Yes. Yeah, I'm more worried about if the plastic one would break. Alright. I'm not sure of the, like, pitch of this, if you want to turn that down.
Yes. Okay, hold on.
Alright, gonna grate a carrot. My carrot's in here. That's way bigger than I usually grate it.
Run it through again.
Huh?
Run it through again. Is there a different size on the other side if you flip that like plate over?
It's a slicer if I flip it
Dude,
over.
that's gonna take off your finger.
Yeah, this is horribly inefficient, but this is more the
Is that
size.
the same finger that you cut off?
No, that's this one. This only has 3 rows of gratey holes. Take forever. But this is more the size I usually do, where it's tiny little bits. Aaliyah, the plastic container for the blender though is so thin.
Oh, I don't want anything to do with
It's
that.
super, super thin. Like, I don't know how they. I'm sure it's safe. I would think it was safe, but the glass one is like stupidly thin, unnecessarily thin.
I recently edited a video where the item was being tested in a blender, and it blew in under 1,000 of a second. It blew the side out of the plastic blender. Just completely blew it out, and I was
That
like,
scares me. Yeah, and I only use the blender for like ice and frozen fruit.
yeah.
Take it to Goodwill or something. I will probably throw it on the Facebook. There's a local Buy Nothing group. I'll throw it up on there and see if anybody needs it for anything.
Or when I drop you off at the airport in a few weeks, I'll just throw it in the ocean.
Oh, okay. That's where it'll end up anyway. I have a huge pile of stuff. I don't think it makes it on camera often, if at all, but behind the front door there's a huge pile of stuff that we just need to give away on Facebook. Just come to my house and get it. We do it like every few months. We used to donate to the Vietnam veterans, and they just come to your house and pick it up, but they're not picking up. I don't know if it's nationwide. Yeah, I don't have the tiny grater on mine, unfortunately, so I'll throw that in here, but I'm gonna do this, so we'll just chat while I do this until this maybe breaks. Yeah, I don't know if the vets aren't picking up at all, or if it's just, it says we're not picking up in your area, like, since before COVID. So I just have all this stuff piled up that I don't want that, like, it's still good. I don't want to throw it away. But then I gotta, like, talk to people. We were gonna do it last weekend, and I was like, I'm just not in the mood to invite people to my house to come get stuff. So there it sits. Maybe this weekend. Oh, this weekend's Father's Day, though, so maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
Oh, there's half as many dads as moms, so
Fair enough.
we got this.
Moms are still out doing stuff, picking up free crap. Jordan with the super chat. Thank you so much, friend. I want to know how I'm feeling. Today I am okay. Today is not a bad day. But, I'm at the point where, like, I'm great is not a thing anymore. It's today is not a bad day. That's as good as it gets. But 4 weeks from tomorrow, hang on, I got a me hair. 4 weeks from tomorrow is surgery day. Yeah, beer and bug, I've been looking to try to figure out where can I donate stuff. There is, so I don't want to donate to like Goodwill and stuff because I know they're like not for profit, but they're not. There's a local like domestic violence. The proceeds from the thrift store benefit the domestic violence shelter locally, and I love that thrift store. When I was a kid, that's where I would go. Like as a teenager, it was the greatest one. That's where I got all my like lunch boxes and like fun things for cheap, like dollar old 70s lunch boxes. So I had been talking to a friend about it, and she's like, "Oh, don't take your stuff there." I took a bag of stuff, and she has like. We're not talking like ripped jeans and old t-shirts. Like she has like work clothes. She's a teacher. She has decent clothes. Just stuff she's outgrown. And she took it over there and they picked through it and only took like 2 things. So she's like, yeah, don't go over there. They'll pick through it. They won't just take everything. Laura says, I cheat and use grated carrots from the grocery store. It saves time and mess. But I like mine grated finer. I don't want like the big bits like I have in here. I want them like, I don't know, really, really fine. Is free cycle still a thing? I don't know what free cycle is.
A lot of stuff stopped here at the pandemic and didn't.
Yeah, the donation stuff didn't pick up. Are you going to do sugar-free recipes? No. A lot of people have asked, but I'm not sugar-free, and I don't know what good replacements are. Like, if you're diabetic or sugar-free, you have a better idea of what replacements can be made, and I think a lot of times with that stuff, it's 1-to-1. So I won't make it sugar-free, but you can actually, look up a 1-to-1 replacement. You could make this. I don't know what the sugar content is in a carrot, but you could make this and just replace the sugar with whatever your sugar replacement of choice is.
I'll hold up a piece of cake at the end, and if you lick your phone, it's sugar-free.
There you go. Carrot juice, not quite juice, just like, I don't know, it's like,
It's essence.
This makes it like when you go to Denny's or something and you get hash browns, it's like that thickness, like grated like cheese. This is just, it's almost mush. I don't know.
It's
but
zesty.
I'm definitely going to purchase a new cheese grater.
I'm just impressed on your hair.
I like it the way I like it, and this is what I'm doing, so.
I've never seen this sort of carrot work out in the 20 years we've been together, Crystal.
I usually use the stick grater like that, and it was just as cumbersome. But yeah, I'm gonna get another cheese grater because carrot cake is a pretty regular thing I make. What about stevia? I don't know. What about it? That's the thing. I don't know about it, and I don't know how it changes the flavor, and I like sugar. Like, I'm gonna keep eating sugar. Oh, look, what do you have? I'm like 10 carrots away from the oven, but remind me in like half an hour. Thank you.
I don't know. You're going pretty fast there.
Yeah, if you guys are diabetic or eat sugar-free for any other reasons, you know way more than I do about sugar-free stuff. You could make valid replacements way better than I could. I'm at the point in my baking journey that, like, I don't want to play around with things of like, oh, I gotta figure out if this tastes good. You know, I do the recipes here and try them to see if they turn out good, but I don't want to add in another factor of like, I don't know if this is good. Could you check and see if there's a smaller grating insert for your brand of processor? That's a good idea. I should check that. I do love this food processor. This is actually the one my brother has, and when I needed to get a bigger one than my little tiny KitchenAid one, he said, oh, you should get this one. It's got a plastic blade and a metal blade, and then it's got the insert like flat thing in there that one way grates, and if you flip it over it slices. So I use that. I grate the zucchini when I make zucchini bread. I use that for that, but it'll also like slice the zucchini and whatever else. My town does citywide garage sales in April. We live in a modular home park, mobile estates, and we are not allowed to have garage sales. So if I wanted to have a garage sale, I would have to, actually, we could probably trek all our stuff out to the dirt field over here, but then I gotta stand out in the dirt, in the sun and the wind. Or I could go to my mom's house like half an hour away and have a garage sale with her. It seems like a lot of effort, and most of this stuff, like, it's just stuff I don't need anymore. I'd rather somebody like get it for free who needs it. And like, I see a lot of these people, when I post the stuff and somebody's like, hey, I want that, I go and look, and if you look like you're there, there was one guy, I had to block him because every time I'd post anything, he'd be like, I'll take everything, and he was like probably like a Blake, like, no offense to him, he's hustling, but I'm sure he's just reselling everything. I don't want to do that. I want to give like my skateboard, Blake's old skateboard, to the single mom who like can't afford a skateboard for her kids. So there's one lady that comes and gets a lot of our stuff like regularly. She's like, I think I got stuff from you before. I'm like, come on over. And she's got, you know, grown kids and grandkids. She came and got all our boogie boards. She's like, the kids are gonna love these in the pool. So you know, I like to help people out. We're in a position where like the money would be nice, but the amount of time, you know, we list some stuff for sale, and it's just, we don't live in a place where stuff really sells for money. So I don't want to go through the time and effort of like trying to get people to buy my stuff. I'd rather
Jess
just
has
help out
like
people.
the greatest luck with the marketplace. My marketplace is like, I mean, I've had all good interactions, but like the amount of people and waste of time of things.
It's a lot of lowballing
insane.
or commenting and then never like
Replying
responding
back,
again.
never. It's
What if you grate the carrots and then use the processor blade to chop it up even finer? Also, hi friends. Hi Cyber Husky. You know what? I should try that because I've got one grated here. Maybe I'll put the blade in there and see what that does to it, because I don't want to turn it to like a liquid. I don't want to make carrot juice out of it. I still want it to be somewhat solid. Look, I'm fine. This is tedious and it sucks, but I'm fine. It's worth it for carrot cake. Jody with a super chat. Thank you so much. Hey Dan.
yeah.
What do you call a fake noodle?
Figlini.
Impasta.
Oh shit! Darn, I should have known that one.
Jody, I'm not saying carrot juice is bad. I just
Thanks
don't
for
want it
the
to be
chat.
so liquidy that it's going to screw up the recipe.
You don't like anything
That's
orange, right? Thank you. For
All right,
the
Cyber Husky, I'm doing the thing. I'm going to take this out of here. Wouldn't carrot juice just be a good replacement? But with baking, you, like I said, you can't just add a liquid and expect to get the same result. It's gonna screw up like the texture of everything, and I don't know what that's gonna do to it. So, no, I'm not gonna carrot juice. Hey Dan, why don't eggs tell jokes?
Cause they're like $8 a. No, okay, wait. Egg, cause the omelet boil. It's like Or I need eggs punched up. I don't know. Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Because they might crack up.
Oh, nice. I tried so hard and I had to figure it out before I give in.
Walton says I stopped using Marketplace years ago because people always wanted to pay much less than what the items were worth. Absolutely. You probably live in a town similar to mine where, like, people are just looking to, like, get stuff for free, really. Like, it's not like... We have, like, parts of town that are more well off, but people aren't looking to, like, oh, I'm gonna go get this cool dresser for $100. They're like, will you give it to me for free? She says the guy told her she'd have to pay him $100 in gas money to come buy an item. That's dumb. Yeah, that's the kind of ridiculousness we get out here on Marketplace, so I just don't bother with it. Just does really well selling stuff on Marketplace. You must just live in an area where you have the stuff that people are willing to pay for.
That's what I'm saying. Jess is always talking about her great experience at Marketplace. Mine's just a bunch of waste of time.
Oh, Jason told me to download the Nextdoor app. Man, I get so much good free stuff on the Nextdoor app, and I'm like, hell yeah! And I get the Nextdoor app, and it's all like racist, stupid. What was that loud boom? Like, we live in a town where, like, planes take off all the time. You know what that loud boom was. The amount of racism on there. I had to delete the app and unsubscribe to the emails. I couldn't, like, you cannot be a non-white person and walk through a neighborhood in this section of town, apparently, without people jumping on the Nextdoor app being like, what's this guy doing? So, yeah, no, nothing free. Nobody gives away anything free on Nextdoor out here.
Alright, turn it down.
Okay.
Probably the most problems I honestly get is the people are too far away. A lot of the people are like way down in the LA area.
Yes.
And
even though you put where you're at.
Yeah, it shows where you're at, but it's too far away. But then, but it serves you up stuff far away, right away. So, but anyway, how did that work out?
It's still a little like chopped and not grated. Let me do another couple of pulses on it and see what it does. You ready? Okay, go ahead. No, I'm not liking this. It's still like chunky and dry. I'm not getting the same sort of moisture that I get from this, and I want it to be a moist cake, so I'm going with my grating.
It's all this bright orange. I feel like it gets brighter as you chop it up more.
Maybe. I'm not afraid to do this. We'll just chat while I grate carrots.
What was a carrot? A carrot's just a root?
Yes.
What grows out the end of the carrot though? It's got the
like leafy.
But what does it do? Like, why is there so much orange and nobody cares about the top? Like,
I think people do eat the tops.
Do they take the top off and sell it? Like,
save what you do to make carrot salad. Carrot salad does not sound like something I would eat. I'll add this to it. Like, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But I want it to be more moist like it is when I grate it.
But do they take the top of the carrot off and it's being sold somewhere else?
I don't know. Yeah, Shannon says her local Facebook groups are a crap show. Yeah, admins forever shutting down comments. Yeah, it's some areas are good and some are. It just depends on where you live and what people are willing to buy. I'm in like the buy sell local group and the buy nothing group, and
oh, it's cool. If you go out of town to Jason's house and it's not gone by then, when you come back it'll just be gone. So yeah, just don't worry about it. You have until like Jason's weekend where you leave, and then
right, 2 weeks.
I'm just gonna go handle it. So yeah, so like why so much carrot?
I don't know. Shannon says carrot tops make a great addition to salads. Don't throw it away. They come already like there's no top.
There's no top.
It's just like.
But like, what's the point of a carrot?
It's the root.
How does carrots make more carrots? How do you grow carrots?
What am I, a plantologist?
How do you grow? Well, a carrot comes out of a carrot. So if I chop a carrot in half, it'll like make another carrot, right? Do you bury carrots to make more carrots?
I never grew a carrot. Hey, Hannah, you grow things. Hey, look, there you go. Go ask your friend. Jess grows carrots at the farm. Where are the carrot seeds? Well, yes, we know they grow in the ground, but like, okay, they flower and make seeds. So the flower at the top that sticks out, that is cut off at this point, by the time we get
There's
them,
a carrot seed.
we're just getting nothing.
Okay, so when, you know how like sometimes the top of the carrot grows, like, oh man, it's already growing. Oh, like a potato? That grows to seeds. Okay. That's not growing another carrot.
Wait, like a potato?
Yeah, you know how like a potato will have roots coming out of the potato all over the place, and I think then like they just make more potatoes out of there.
Okay.
I think this one.
But it comes out of the top.
This one,
It's a
what
plant.
comes out of the top
This
isn't.
is the root.
Oh yeah, but what comes out of the top isn't more potato like
no,
a
it's a
root?
plant.
It's a plant.
It's leafy.
Okay, and that has seeds. I've never heard of a carrot seed before.
I don't know that I ever
Okay.
thought that much about it.
Okay, yeah, so I thought that maybe that's how carrots work, since if you leave it long enough, it'll start growing out of the top again.
Right.
But I think it just wants to like replicate itself and get the heck out of here. Okay, I've never heard of a carrot seed. Is there potato seeds? No, because you bury a potato and then three heads grow? I don't know.
Oh, Hannah says potatoes will also flower and make seeds, but yes, some potatoes are held back to be seed potatoes. There you go, Dan.
I usually get my potatoes.
Oh, Terry figured out how to get us on the TV! Hooray!
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Mike, I'm with you. I don't. We got like solid soil out here. We don't really garden much.
No, potatoes are the seed. Yeah, okay, right.
This is highly inefficient. I don't know why they would. Why wouldn't they make like a whole big one that was a grater? Like we have the big things for the chopping, like when I do the onions and stuff, but just little ones for the grating.
Well, because nobody is like, how do I call it? Is like
Determined.
Sure, determined as you.
Afriel says, Dan, I think there's videos on this on YouTube.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, but by the time we're done here and he can go to YouTube and look it up, he'll have forgotten all about it. And look, we have all of YouTube to ask. We got the answer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care that much.
Shannon says you need to go out to Jess's for planting next year to see how food is growing.
I was out there. She tried to tell me this weed in the corner was a rhubarb. And I was just like, I can't even verify
Did you hear
that.
it growing?
No, but it just looked like something I would run over with my lawnmower.
Jim said that's meant for garlic and ginger. I don't grate garlic. Who grates garlic? Do you grate garlic? I have a mini one of these for chopping my garlic. We don't grate it. Shannon's County is known for tomatoes. We should have them fresh in a couple weeks. So excited for tomato sandwiches. I've never been less excited for anything in my life than a tomato sandwich.
They're okay with like bacon and other stuff in there. They're okay.
So like a BLT?
But like the whole town just like has tomatoes all of a sudden. That's odd.
I think we're known for like alfalfa out here. We grow hay.
Alfalfa. We have onions and potatoes.
Oh yeah, onions. Out behind Quartz Hill High School, there's onion farms. Which I know because my high school boyfriend ditched school one day and went and stole a bunch of onions from somebody's farm and put them in the back of his Volkswagen Rabbit, and his car smelled like onions forever. Wait, until he went and picked up the trash from his grandma's house to go take it to the dump, and then his car smelled like trash. It was a really gross car.
That sounds gross.
It was terrible. You're awesome doing that the hard way. Am I? You know, my dad used to get so mad because I never wanted, you do too, I never wanted to use like an electric screwdriver. I'd rather just screw it in my hand. I don't know why, it's just more satisfying to me. Dad's always like, we can use the drill for that. I'm like, I got this! Always.
I don't mind the tomatoes, mayo, salt, pepper on toast. I need more solids in there, like bacon or a piece of cardboard. I just need I need something in there like to crunch. It can't just be like mush. Well, that does sound good. Now I want to scrounge to the fridge.
Now you want a bacon and tomato sandwich?
I don't own bacon. My bacon comes from a farm.
Shannon says everyone grows tomato, and we have the Hanover tomato festival every something. I don't know.
Does that mean at the tomato festival they take some of the bad tomatoes and there's some sort of chucking, hucking, smashing, crashing, splatting of a tomato contest?
I think that happens in Spain.
But like, you know, they gotta have to be able to do it there. Ew, then everybody's drinking like gazpacho and like
Gazpacho.
and like tomato things. Oh.
Uh-oh, now Jess wants to know if you ever had an actual fresh tomato from the garden.
Only
have you
for-
tried her tomatoes?
I did actually.
Dan likes tomatoes. It's me.
I'm-
I won't try your fresh tomato. I'm sorry, I can't with the tomato.
I'm new to tomatoes, but I did eat your green tomatoes at your house. They were ready when I was there one year. And they were fine, but like...
Jim says on a BLT you should replace the mayo with guac.
I don't know if that flavor wants to be in my mouth.
Hannah hoping her tomato plant actually produces some this year. Last year she got a grand total of 0. Oh, boo, the plant did great aside from not producing.
What's wrong? Did you not tell enough bad jokes?
To earn your tomatoes?
Yeah, it's like...
You love apples? Liquidium says we have a basil plant. Kate makes a good pesto with it. My mom grows basil on her patio. She always has basil and just rips off the leaves and throws it in her pasta.
That's what I ended up having. It was a fried green tomato sandwich. Or they just weren't ripe enough. And Jess said that that's what they were.
Jess has 4 tomato plants on her porch. Blake had his, you guys remember last year he grew the chilies and the strawberries, and they came back all by themselves this year, but the strawberries were, like, not good. Nobody ate them. And I didn't see any peppers. He didn't really maintain it. He's been down taking care of his girlfriend and her broken leg. So he hasn't been here to, like, maintain anything. Ooh, Fanth asking Cyber Husky if she's breeding butterflies again this year. I don't know what Jess is talking about because she just said died, but she's already starting another one, whatever it is. It's crazy just plucking leaves off and using it to cook with. That's what I think every time I see my mom do it. But it's good. Fresh basil's good. I don't have the follow through to grow anything but succulents. Like, I was looking at them yesterday like, oh man, I need to water. I watered like probably 2 weeks ago, and my porch hose had a blowout. And I told Dan I need a new one, but we haven't gotten a new one yet, so I just haven't watered. But that's why I switched to succulents, because I can not water them for a couple weeks and they're fine.
It is so hot out here.
Yes.
We don't grow, like, you don't find local strawberries really, and there's fruit stands out there, but you really...
The people who really put in the effort could do it.
We live in the desert.
I don't have the determination to do that. If I have to water it every day, I'm failing and it's dying.
Our ground is hard and crappy.
Yes. I love coleus plants. And remember I used to get coleus every year, and then they would just die every year. I got
I would get worried for my life.
Jason has hostas at his house, and I got some for free at the last VidCon we went to. And I grew them up real big, and then I think they came back the next year, and then they just died because I just forget. Do you like strawberry? Yes, but you have to be more specific, like just a strawberry or like strawberry flavored. Cyber Husky says if she finds any caterpillars on her plants, yes, she'll bring them in to raise them to butterflies, but doesn't have high hopes this year. Aww. Amanda Moline has 10 tomato plants. That's a lot of tomatoes. Blake had 2 chili plants and grew like 500 chilies. There were so many. Y'all live like it was in Vegas. Even mold had a tough time growing. Yes. Yeah, it's dry. We don't have a lot of like humidity or moisture.
None of the stuff we grow is from our earth. It's all
yeah, you got to do raised garden or pots.
Yeah,
just strawberries. Yeah, I like strawberries. That's Dan was saying he got some. I like to put them on pancakes.
Yeah, maybe someday.
Shannon says she gets a ton of strawberries from Cali in our grocery store every year. Central California is a lot of the growing area. They, like I said, they do grow stuff out here, but it's like onions and alfalfa a lot. There's lots of hay grown out here and stuff. Not a whole lot of fruit here in this particular area where we live. I love strawberry pie. It's so good even with cool. I don't like to bake with strawberries because it's always really good when you first make it, and then it's diminishing returns like very quickly. It gets like dehydrated and shriveled up, and I can't with that. They need to be like fresh and plump and red. So if I want to make something with strawberries, I have to eat it right then. I have to like take it to a party and it's all going to be consumed kind of thing. But you know me, I don't go to parties, so I just don't bake with strawberries. I put them on pancakes. Yeah, lots of strawberries on the Central Coast. Are my messages being shown up? Yeah, but lots of people are talking, so I'm not reading everything. Sorry. You did say that British strawberries are the best in the world. I've never had them. Strawberry rhubarb pie is amazing. I've never had a strawberry rhubarb pie. I think Aldi has them, probably in the summertime. I did have strawberry rhubarb jam one time, but the rhubarb was like big sticks in it, and like, how am I supposed to put that in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It didn't really work very well. I used to do mini strawberry shortcakes using large muffin pans. Oh, we haven't done strawberry shortcake in forever. We used to do it when Blake was little a lot. That was an easy thing to just grab. We'd buy the like pre-made shortcake cakes and just throw some strawberries in it and some whipped cream. Interceptor, that's Gaming Ham, right? It's not just you. Everybody's been having trouble with YouTube with comments not showing up and all kinds of other like weird problems. It's not you, it's YouTube. My hands are getting a little tired. Let's see where we're at with this. I need 3 cups. Wasn't there a huge outage yesterday? I heard there was an outage of lots of things. I don't know specifically what. I wasn't YouTubing, so I don't know. Okay, we're good. We're at almost 2 cups. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4 carrots. Maybe I will save this to sprinkle on my salad later. I've been doing chopped carrots on my salads. And cucumber and avocado. My hands are now orange. And Nicole used to have a rhubarb plant, just put straight sugar on it and ate it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever just had a rhubarb. I don't know that I've ever seen them in the grocery store. I mean, they may exist, I just don't know that I've ever seen them. You should switch arms so you don't bulk up just one arm like a lonely man. I don't know that I have the coordination to do it with this. No, it's definitely less efficient with that arm. I only swing a baseball bat and a golf club with my left hand. I can't great things, apparently. Hi, Hannah Willis, how you doing? Wilton was able to upload and schedule a YouTube video. 56 YouTube shorts yesterday, so I guess it didn't affect her. Are you trash digging?
No.
Looks like you're trash digging, Dan. What'd you dig for?
This sticker I threw away from my thing for my machine.
Oh, I know what rhubarb looks like. Like, I've seen it. I just don't know that I've ever seen it in a store. If I had to bet, I would guess that, like, Vallarta would be more likely to have it than the regular grocery stores. I'm gonna look, though, next time I'm at a grocery store. The Vallarta has, you can buy, like, whole lobes of cactus. I don't know what it's called, like it's not a leaf, but, like, a whole chunk of cactus. If you don't know, like, Hispanic people just cook up cactus and eat it. They call it something else, like the Spanish word for it, which I can't think of right now. Somebody will tell me. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of cactus there, and you can just buy cactus. Dan ate it once at my mom's house. The neighbor cooked some up, and Dan ate it. I did not. A paddle of cactus? Is that what it's called? You work at a grocery store, you would know. Do you sell paddles of cactus at your grocery store? Is your area Hispanic? Yes, nopales. Thank you. And when are they going to start letting us put pictures in the comments? Oh, can you imagine? No way. No, I don't want that. They started doing that on Reddit where you could put like GIFs and stuff, and it's too big. Like, I can already see so little of the chat at a time. If people were putting pictures and GIFs and stuff in there, it would be way too cluttered.
Oh yeah, I don't need any more participation.
No. No, use your words. They do it on TikTok. I don't need it here. It would make it so difficult for us to like participate with everybody in the chat. Like, what do I do? Oh, someone posted a picture of a cat. Like, it wouldn't be like interactive. I have many petals of cactus in my backyard. You want a few dozen? No, I don't eat those. No. Do emojis count as pictures? No, because those still stay like the same size as the lettering. Alec, hi Alec. I am not doing bad today. That's as far as we're going with that one. It is not a bad day. Hope you're doing well. Alex says hi. He's just stopping by to say hi. Afrios says our different ethnic markets are more likely to have it, like H Mart and Campeon Market. What is Campeon Market? Is that Spanish? Or like Hispanic? I know the H Mart is like the Asian market. I would like to go to one of those. They have them in Southern California, just not out here. But we do have like a local Asian market out here. Breaking news, Griffin and Little Bit are cuddling. Oh, Pixar didn't happen. Last night I went, you know, we're still keeping Lando and Topo separated because there's a lot of violence going on there. So Lando was in the bedroom and I walked through the bedroom to go to the bathroom in there. He's so cute, he'll like climb up. When I went, right before the show, I went to go to the bathroom and I walked in the bedroom and he immediately like stood up and stretched on me. He just wanted some attention. But he was doing that and I pet him for a little bit and then he laid on the bed and snuggled up against Precious, but then he got too close to Precious, bapped him a little bit. Meyer has cactus, but it says out of stock. Meyer shopping people, have you ever seen cactus at your Meyer? I don't know that many people eat it outside of the Hispanic community. I don't know that that's the thing that has crossed over like burritos and tacos. I think I'll do one more carrot and then I'll take this out and see what my measurement looks like. Because we did 4 and got about 2 cups. I'm trying to get the biggest carrots so I don't have to grate as many carrots. What do you do with it? You just cook it. Like, my mom's neighbor was just like cooking it on the barbecue. I don't know if you like take the skin off. Is anybody here a cactus eater? Terry, are you Mexican enough? She says I like nopales. Do you skin it? I know like when you buy it at the store there's no like pokey bits on it, but do they take the whole skin off of it? Or do they just fry it up? Beer and Bug's seen them pickled. Interesting. Ooh, Afriel says our local Safeway / Vons finally got dragon fruit. I see dragon fruit sometimes. I think they do look intimidating, much like pomegranates. Someone gave me 2 pomegranates once and I let them rot on the counter because I was like, I don't really know what to do with this. And I hear they stain really badly. I had good intentions, but I did nothing with them. I've used aloe a ton because I turn crispy. I have learned to stay out of the sun, so I don't have to use my aloe. Really, you can buy rhubarb stalks? I guess so. That's what people are saying. I've never seen them in a store. My Kroger has supersized aloe leaves. Is that what you're talking about? No. Not the like skinny aloe leaves. The big round, like the cactus that has the pokey spikes on it. The big round flat ones, like that. Look up nopales. Nopales. Just said I don't know that I've seen cactus at Meyer, but I have seen rhubarb. Jojo says it's like kiwi. I'm assuming you're talking about dragon fruit. I do like kiwi. Short Dolphin says the one time I had dragon fruit, it had no taste. I have seen that too. I've seen people say like it's either flavorful or just unflavored, and I don't know how to pick a good one. I think I've had pomegranate juice, but I've never had the seeds. I heard it all stains really badly.
It looks creepy looking. It looks like some sort of brain something.
Liquidium, I did. Yes, it does. Liquidium, I did see jackfruit at the Vallarta, the Mexican grocery store out here the other day. That is used a lot as a meat replacement. It has a similar texture when you like cook it up and flavor it to pork. I've never had it. I went to what was it called? What's the Mexican actor that has the taco place?
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo. I went to Trejo's Tacos, and they had jackfruit like options for like the tacos and burritos and stuff. But I was nervous to try it, and like, what if I didn't like it? And then I had to buy something else. So it was a little pricey for me to take that chance that time. Cat eats a bunch of pomegranates in the winter when they're in season.
I'll do it one of these times and you can try it.
Pomegranate or jackfruit?
Oh.
Okay. Dan will do it sometime so I can try it. The yellow dragon fruit is sweet and good. The pink and green dragon fruit that's white inside with the black seeds is not sweet at all and it is yucky. Oh, it's never good? Cyber Husky has had cactus salad before. It was made for us by a mother-in-law's friend, a lovely Mexican woman. I didn't like the flavor combo, but Cyber Hubby liked it. Interesting. Yes, I know durian is gross. I would never. That's not a chance I'd be willing to take. I don't know if I've ever seen a yellow dragon fruit. I've seen the purpley colored ones. Ooh, Interceptor, you should do some blackberry juice. Okay, so they're the purple ones that are white inside are never sweet. Okay, good to know. Good looking out. I'll have to keep my eyes open. I don't think that I've ever seen a yellow one. But, you know, I'm not real willing to take lots of chances on foods, so... Pomegranate are evil, seeds in every little polyp. But I hear you're supposed to, like, pop the seeds out and it's an amazing little snack. And I see you can buy, like, a little cup of just the pomegranate seeds. I've just never done it. Shannon says there were people selling durian everywhere when we went to Chantilly for the Pet Expo. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think I would want to drink something that was, or eat something that was that stinky, because I've heard nothing good about it. Oh, Afriel says don't eat too much yellow dragon fruit. It reacts like sugar-free gummy bears. Good looking out. That is very good to know. I think my cheese grater's getting unhappy. I didn't grate my finger, but I smashed it. There's a little lip that sticks up, and I smashed it against there. Literally out of the backs of the trucks on the side of the road, which I'm not opposed to. That's the best way you're ever going to find tamales. But yeah, I'm not durian, and my garden is full of blackberry plants. I don't know that I'm a fan of blackberry. Wait, I don't know that I've ever eaten blackberries. I got brave and tried raspberries, which I love raspberry flavor. Like, I love a raspberry jam, a raspberry-filled donut. Raspberries are like eating a little fuzzy carpet fruit. Like, I don't need that in my mouth. That's gross. Hannah has grapes growing on her grapevine. We did when we were kids. We had a grapevine and we grew like tiny little grapes that were sweet and delicious. Alex says, OMG, I love blackberries. Have you ever accidentally grated your hand because you're not looking? No, because I can feel, I mean, I'm sure it's happened here and there, but I can feel how close I'm getting. Plus I have fingernails that like act as a guard. But, you know, I stop before I get to where my finger is at. Alright, hopefully this will be enough. I had raspberries growing up, but I never ate them. Yeah, it's like a fuzzy carpet texture. I can't deal with it. Alright, that worked quite well. That's our 3 cups. I am getting a cheese grater. My carrot peels are getting a little red. No, they stayed orange. There's no fingers in this carrot cake. This time. My hands, on the other hand, are quite orange. As is my container for the chopped things to go in. If you get good ones, raspberries are delicious. The one time I distinctly remember trying them, because Dan gets them sometimes. I've gotten them for Dan. My friend Anthony and I went to Trader Joe's, and he loved raspberries, so he got some raspberries and was like, "Here, try my raspberries," and he said they were delicious. They just felt fuzzy on my tongue. I'm very texture oriented with food. Oh my god, this thing's all stained orange. I saw somebody earlier, I read it but I didn't read it out loud, said that they ate so many carrots when they were kids that they turned orange. That is actually a thing that can happen. I've heard about that. Only too many carrots. You will turn orange. I don't know how many carrots you have to eat to turn orange, but...
Would you rather turn orange from carrots or smell like hot dogs after the hot dog eating contest for a bunch of days? You just, all your pores in your body and everything just smells like hot dog.
Gross. No, I don't want to smell hot dogs. I read a story on Reddit about a guy who ordered a pizza and it had like 8 to 10 cloves of garlic on each slice. And they ate a ton of the pizza. And it's like a month later and they still smell like garlic. Like all you can smell and taste is garlic.
He should rub his body on like some metal.
Probably.
Some stainless steel.
There's gotta be a solution for that.
Gotta be.
I see everybody missing their childhood gardens. Don't look now, but you must have gotten some carrot in your hair. It's stained orange too. I see what you did there.
We never had a garden growing up. It was just dog poop in the backyard.
Oh.
In a swimming pool that was green the next year.
Gross. Like you had one good year with your pool?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my dad was like the pool aficionado. He like went out there with his little thing and tested the water and put the drops in and then put the right stuff in the pool and made me plug in the filter that had been laying in a puddle, so I got shocked regularly as a child.
Did it actually shock you?
Like zapped, not like
but
electrocuted, but yeah. Oh yeah, I got shocked as a kid so much. My parents had kids so they could make us plug things in that were sketchy that they thought might shock them.
If you guys visited a minefield, they'd let you go first.
Probably, yes. We were definitely the canary in the coal mine. Have you had Saskatoons? I didn't know that was a thing you could have. I thought that was a place. I don't know what a Saskatoon is, so no, I've not had a Saskatoon.
What do you think of Saskatoon? Do you think it's a vegetable?
I mean, we've been talking about fruits and vegetables, so I would...
Do you think it's like
bet?
Like a water chestnut? Like, you know how like it's kind of thin and like potato-y, but kind of thin?
I have no idea.
I'm going with that. I'm going with thin potato-y.
I can't even imagine.
What was it called again?
Saskatoon? Jim says his dad was the pool nerd too, like way too seriously. You couldn't the pool would look fine, but you couldn't just go get in the pool. He'd have to go out there and test it. But my dad worked a lot, so you can't go in the pool until Saturday when I can go out there and test it. And he'd be like, I just want to go swimming. It's 100 degrees outside. Yeah, it was awful. It's made with fruit that has berry at the end of the name. Wait, what? It's another berry. Never heard of it. I need more information. Which family of berry does it exist in?
Yes, purple, red, green. That's my family's.
What would you liken it to?
Yes.
A grape or a strawberry? Alright, so in case you missed it, I'm short on sugar. I need 2 cups. I have a cup and 3/4. I'm gonna use some brown sugar. The beer book says it was me that turned orange. Well, I'm glad you're unoranged. Do you still like carrots that much, or do you now have a fear of carrots?
Did you smell like carrots also?
Dan wants to know if he smelled like carrots. I don't know if you heard him because he's on the floor. He was supposed to go shower, but apparently he decided just to lay on the floor instead. It's sort of the same but different. I like them the regular amount. Good to know. Our pool had a plastic dome and was all but open 3 seasons. It was basically a 30,000-gallon hot tub.
Dude, mine had those rad little bugs that were circles, and they just had the legs, and they would just kick and kick and kick, and I'm like, what is this? And they were so fast in the pool.
I'm pretty sure I've told the story before, but we had dude, my mom cannot say we had a pool as a child without saying we had a 3-foot doughboy. Doughboy was the brand. I don't know if they still make pools these days. And it was 3 foot above ground.
Dude, it was the rage. We had doughboys too.
Yeah, that's what everybody had.
With that ladder.
Yes. At one point, in the middle of the night, our pool opened up, like it just split open on the side, and like tidal waved
Nasty
across
water?
the yard.
Nasty water by then?
Oh no, it wasn't nasty. My dad kept up on that. Like our pool was never nasty, and that's what I was saying. Like
Where
it
were
would
you
look
during the
fine.
tidal wave?
We were sleeping.
How old were you?
I would say like 7 to 10, somewhere in that
You heard
range.
Splash. You heard water park.
I was sleeping, and you know where my room was. It was like towards the front of the house. My parents' bedroom window opens to the backyard. So they, I am assuming, heard it because I know they got up in the middle of the night. And no joke, the same night, inexplicably, we had a fish tank, like a good-sized fish tank. The light fell into the fish tank and electrocuted a bunch of our fish the same night. Just weird stuff happened in that night. I don't know if there was an earthquake or what happened.
Something hates you.
Not me. I had nothing to do with it. I was sleeping. But yeah, it flooded, and my dad, like, was meticulous about his yard and the grass and the garden and everything. Flooded our whole yard. My pool broke because it got a rust spot on one side. I'm imagining ours had that too, but I don't remember seeing anything wrong with it. But yeah, it just opened up and flooded the entire yard. And my dad was
like
not
nice
happy.
green grass after that.
Right?
Oh no, that's right. Your dad won an award for the grassiest.
We were
grass.
literally on the front page of the newspaper for having.
Me or your house?
Oh, sir.
Because they don't put gingers on the cover.
No,
of anything.
sir. We had to go stage yard work. Like all 4 of us had to go
So
outside.
they knew it was alive when they saw 3 gingers out there. 4 gingers.
We had to go stage doing yard work in the front yard so that the newspaper could come take our picture to be on the front page of the paper for having one of the best yards in the entire valley.
Where's that clip at?
I bet you at my mom's house there's still that newspaper. I bet you it still exists.
I need to see you out there in the sun. Did you take the paper to school the next day?
Oh, absolutely not. I was very embarrassed by that.
I was very embarrassed.
One time also, our fish tank was on like a little like metal like baby wrought iron like stand, and my mom babysat, and one time a kid like stood on it.
Those 2 words don't go together. Babysit and fish tank.
A kid was standing on it, and the whole thing like flipped, and we had eels, and an eel went under the couch, and my mom refused to pick it up, and the eel died under the couch. It was terrible.
That's so irresponsible to have a fish tank like that.
Yes. I did
was
not
no
have
rules
chips
back
with
then,
the
though.
fish.
There was no rules. You just babysat kids.
Oh yeah, like
Yes.
like the school would recommend, like people would sign their kids up at school and be like, hey, you know any good babysitters? And they're like, yeah, Patty up the street. She wasn't a licensed babysitter.
Nope.
She had like a dozen kids.
Be quiet, kids, when they come around. Yep.
I babysat a lot of the times. I took care of the kids. Oh, there's no damn kitty dog pile. There's no cats over there for him. Liquidium's pool exploded on 9/11. Like the 9/11, not a 9/11.
Yeah, that's a good day to check out. Like if you're like I'm done, that's a good day to be done.
I saw another piece of shell. Did I get it?
I don't know what happened to our pool. It probably like
I guess that's
the air probably took all the water back out. I remember looking in there one time and it was so green and gross. And then like I don't know, I think we moved and just left it behind. Roxy girl. Hey, Rox.
Are we talking about the Saskatoons again, Nicole? They're often described as having a taste similar to a combination of cherry and blueberry, but with a more subtle and refreshing flavor compared to blueberries.
Everything. You guys are like the frickin'. You guys are like the cannabis stores with your descriptions there. Oh my gosh.
Subtle notes of
Subtle
berries.
notes, fruity and skunky and
I
earthy,
tasted
not
nothing.
earthy, happy yet relaxing. It's like, well, frickin' which is it?
Okay, let's get to baking. Let's put the oven to 350 so we don't forget. I think it's cool enough now to do that. Make sure Dan didn't leave anything in the oven.
Oh yeah, please make sure, because sometimes I do.
Okay, what are we doing with our lives? We are beating together eggs, got the eggs, vegetable oil, sugar, and vanilla. The sugar is already in there. We're doing a crap ton of vegetable oil here.
The eggs went flying in the car today, but I think they're okay.
I didn't open the new one yet.
They were good at the store, but then like
1 1/4 cup. Did you check all of them? Because we can't afford not to anymore these days.
yeah, they were good, but then like I think I had to hit the brakes harder at some point, I know there's only 2 miles between here and the store, but
But you drive like a crazy person.
at some point I had like...
I'm like this far away from 1 1/4 cup. I need like a splash out of my new one.
I think I was trying to make the yellow and turn real sharp, like...
Sounds like something you would do.
And, well, because I was in that in-between area. Well,
Does
like,
anybody want to come drive me home from the hospital after my surgery? Because I'm a little nervous about driving with
Oh,
you.
could you? Because I almost kicked you out of the car the other day, like, while it was running.
When?
Oh, every time we're in the car.
I hate the way you drive.
I don't get it. You hate my driving so much.
Your hand is so orange. Yeah, they're a little orange. I mean, they start out a little red anyway. It's like, you know how people with darker skin have like lighter hands? I'm the opposite, where I have like really pale skin and my hands are red. Okay, so sugar, vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 4 eggs. My eggs were below $4 last Wednesday. What did you pay for the dozen today, Dan?
You know what? I don't. The receipt's right here. Oh,
We did go to Costco a couple weeks ago and we got 2 dozen for $7 and some change.
was it 7?
It was $7 and some change. But when you sent me the picture that there was no eggs, they had the brown eggs, which I can't get behind that, for $5 something.
The ones next to it, I thought.
$3.33 for the eggs.
Nice.
Not bad. I'm not mad at it. That's actually cheaper than the Costco price, apparently. But the brown ones were $5 something. Okay, 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I don't know if I have 2 teaspoons. I'm like finishing off everything with this bake.
Yeah, that's okay. You can load me up with another list and I'll get
Well, I think I have more vanilla. I buy this in bulk. I always get like 2 or 3 at a time from Walmart. It's the cheap one that's like $1 something. I have one more up there. I pad my eggs with the cryo bag for the trip home. I take the bus with the granny cart.
It sure smells gassy and oveny down here, like gas.
Well, maybe you should get up off the ground.
Poor cats. So this smells like
There's a
down here
delay in the
every time.
feed. How do you know?
Yeah, you would have to be here.
Yeah, I did see the egg prices were supposed to be leveling out a little bit better. Alright, we're mixing it up. After this, we're going to mix in the flour, baking soda, and baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. So, not that one. I need to refill my flour, too. I don't think I have enough flour. What is this? Okay, we'll go with that. Baking soda. Oh. My counter was a little wet and that stuck to it. Baking soda, baking powder, salt, and cinnamon. Oh, Brittany, good looking out. Thank you, I did, and thank you, F. for pointing it out, because I did miss that. I do have the cream cheese and the butter softening for the frosting. I took that out. I set an Alexa reminder at lunchtime so I would not forget. I took it out as soon as I got home. Short novel making banana bread bars tomorrow. Yay! Frosted or just plain bars? Afriel, whenever I go shopping with Dan, I won't let him bring the eggs or the bread in the house because he invariably squishes them. Every single time.
I got a separate bag for the English muffins, and I got a separate bag for the buns, and I still crush the top of the English muffin, trying to make that yellow light.
Every single
time.
Okay, I'm gonna let this go a little longer while I sift my flour so it's not chunky. How's it going there?
Okay.
Are you gonna take a nap?
No, my back.
You're not gonna take a nap.
I'll stretch my back.
What's that shirt? This is, I went to the local brewery to go see, I don't remember what band, and there was a band I never heard of called Blvd that opened for them. And it was the most fun band ever. Like it was one of those bands where the lead singer looked like he was just really enjoying what he was doing, like having so much fun with it, and like it made you enjoy the band more. And I'm like, I want to support these guys, and I like their shirt design. And then I came home and Dan was like, "Is that band from Canada?" And I was like, "How would you know that?" Because they were, but something about this logo made Dan know they were from Canada.
That's the Vancouver Canucks logo from the 90s.
No, he says the Vancouver Canucks logo from the 90s.
It's a play on
Oh yeah, the sound wasn't syncing because Dan was supposed to restart the computer from the beginning and he didn't. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it did that, but but there's nothing I can do about it. Like because everything's at zero, like everything's zeroed out.
Yeah,
so
it just needed a restart. Jess pointed it out right in the beginning, but there's no way to fix that because of where it is.
Yeah, it's not you at home.
Jim says, deal with it or go watch something else.
No, well, it's not you at home though. Like your device is fine.
Don't you get your eggs in a carton? Yeah, but Dan will still find a way. Believe me, Dan will find a way to squish the bread and crack the eggs every single time.
I'm good on eggs usually.
You have broken them before. FAT says, reminds me of the Alpina t-shirt. I think my friend Nanda came over one day and I had gotten up and gone to work wearing this shirt, and then I came home at lunch and Nanda stopped by and Dan was wearing his Alpina shirt and she was like, oh, look how cute, you guys are all matchy-matchy. So we had to make sure not to wear these together.
You don't want to be matchy with me?
Huh?
You don't want to be matchy with me?
Not really, it's kind of weird. Alright, what are we doing? 2 cups of coffee. Sorry, I got distracted in my own head.
Please don't step on me.
You're no fun. Alright, this has lightened up quite well. We're going to stop that. We're going to get as much flour as we can out of here, and then I've got to refill it. What are we doing? Making carrot cake. You forgot? Sometimes? 1. Ha ha ha. Okay, so I did one. I'm going to do the other one, but I'm going to put the other things in, which is baking soda and baking powder and salt. Okay. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. No, yeah. So I can never remember which is which. I always have to look at the package. I know they're both baking something, but I never remember which is which. I thought I was the one who got to go get extremely high while under medical supervision day. Completely sober, Hannah. I'm blaming Felicia. She's messing with my my ability to think clearly.
Your will to live.
And my will to live. No, Dan, my will to live is intact so far.
You're good till about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, there's been a lot of couching happen lately. It's hard to do things. And then, like, I think I can do things still because I'm a very, like, do things kind of person. And then, like, I bend over and I squish Felicia and she's like, screw you! I'm ruining the rest of your night. This recipe always feels so weird because there's a tablespoon of salt in it. And I don't know that I ever put a tablespoon of salt in anything else. Just a reminder, if you have an oven that preheats, wait 5 more minutes after it beeps because it's not to temperature. How's the treatment going, Hannah? Do you notice that it's working yet? Oh, I forgot my teaspoons of cinnamon. I didn't put cinnamon in there yet. Hold on. See, can't think straight. Whoa. Afriel says, the cryo bag actually padded them enough to save the dozen I had from cracking when a Cybertruck clipped my cart making an illegal turn 2 months ago. That sounds terrifying. I hope you were okay too. Yeah, Vath, you too? I theoretically know the difference. Always have to look. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I think I might have to open a new cinnamon too. Yeah, I might have enough. Just barely. Hannah says, I don't know. I don't sleep near as much, but my mood is the same, and I still don't feel like doing anything. Still have some of the SI too. Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I hope that it's not like a switch, right? Where like it's supposed to work right away, and if it's not working yet, it's not going to. Like, you got to give it time, right? Ooh, Interceptor has an appointment for his depression. Good. I'm glad for you. Like, no shame in that. Handle your stuff. Most things are fixable with either like therapy or medication, so handle your stuff. I'm honestly like proud of people who take care of that. It's not easy. close. I was okay, but Karma got the truck, saw it on a flatbed repo truck a week later. Awesome. What a great feeling, huh? Schadenfreude. Did I just hear that the fibroid has a name now? Yes, my brother and I were talking about what to call it, and he suggested Felicia, because bye Felicia, she's got to go. So, you know, Friday is one of my most quoted movies if you ever hung out with me in person. I don't know how much I quote it here, but I worked with a guy for close to a year, and he had never seen Friday, and then he watched it, and he said, hey, I finally watched Friday. Oh my god, you quote Friday so much. And I was just like, yeah... I watched the hell out of that movie when I was younger. Still, like, if it's on, I'll throw it on. I really enjoy the movie Friday. It can work faster than a normal antidepressant, but for some people it can take a long time before you really notice. Some people it doesn't even work. Oh. I was hearing random voice noises and forgot Dan is right down there on the ground. Yeah, making his little mama cat noises. Don't mind him. Yes, Maria's kitty cats. He's playing with Mama Cat. He loves her more than me, I think. There you go. If you move this way more. No, that way more. I'm sorry. I'm backwards. Good. Interceptor. Also proud of you for using social media to talk about it. That's one thing, like, I don't want to go into detail about what's going on with my body and my Felicia and all that stuff, but, like, I want people to know, like, go get yourself checked. This stuff's all, like, fixable and treatable and stuff. So, absolutely proud of everybody who, like, uses whatever platform they can to educate people, inform people, help them to not feel like they're the only one going through it. It's a good thing to do that. I will say I actually do look forward to treatment days. One girl goes the same days I do. We're treatment buddies, and it's a fun time. Well, that's good. I'm sure that helps too, like having a little bit of like social time, like you're making friends. Can you guys like be friends and like hang out? Or is it just treatment buddies? Like I wouldn't hang out with you outside here. Like sometimes you work with someone and you're like really good friends with them at work, but like I would never hang out with them outside of work. And Brittany with the mama kitty emojis. You still have to move over more. They can't. Right. That way more. Oh my god, I talk so much and I need a drink.
Is that it?
We can see Mama Cat in your hands. We could probably, but I don't hang out with people. But you do. You've been hanging out with her, see? What if you, like, I don't know, went and got a pastry together? Helen is here. Hi, my friend. With her member super chat. Hi, Crystal and Dan. Hope you're both doing well. Hello, audience, family. Hi, Helen. I hope you are doing well. It's been a while. Afriel says, be careful on the antidepressants. When it's hot out, you can get hit by the heat harder than usual. Ooh. Did not know that was a thing. Like, not at all. At least Captain Chaos is not being chaotic this stream. We fed them right before we started, so I think pretty much everybody's asleep. Hannah says she's actually only a few years older than me. Completely different life experience, though, but she's cool. Crazy stories. That's fun. That's like when you work with somebody and it's like not somebody you would necessarily like think to be friends with outside of work, but like, oh, I get to know like this kind of person because we're working together. Jojo, I'm with you. I like my alone time after dealing with stress at work. Makes sense, but sometimes you like gotta get together with friends and de-stress that way. Oofing up on my face. Helen says it has been a while, missing everyone. Life has been busy. No worries. Our life has been very busy too. We haven't been doing quite as many live streams as usual, just because of everything going on with us. So no worries. But we do miss you. I hope you're doing well. My last adventure says, I'm an oddball, love carrots, but not a fan of carrot cake. Interesting. I mean, it's a completely different flavor, to be fair. Like, it doesn't taste like carrots, so I get that. My mom likes spice cake, but not carrot cake, which to me, they taste almost exactly the same. I don't get it. I get not liking carrot cake that has like fruit and nuts and stuff in it, or like big chunks of carrots. But if it's like mine where the carrots like disappear and it pretty much tastes like a spice cake anyway, how do you not like it? How do you feel about egg-free recipes? Like where you intentionally omit the egg from a recipe, or just a recipe that doesn't use eggs? I don't know. I don't usually do any sort of like specialty, like we were talking about earlier, sugar-free, gluten-free, any of that, because that's not a part of my diet. If it were, obviously, like we were talking about, I would use my platform to show people, like, look, you can make good gluten-free desserts, or you can make good sugar-free desserts. That's not a part of my diet, so I don't have to. All right, then we're mixing in carrots. I love spice cake a lot too, but can't tolerate carrot cake. Weird. So weird. But what about my carrot cake? I do not like carrot cake when it has stuff in it. Jason's wife's family made some and brought it. I'm sure I've talked about that before. And it had like, dude, I don't know, like pineapples and raisins and nuts and all kinds of weird. No, I don't need that. All right. So if you make this is still pretty thick for a cake batter, but you put the carrots in and all the moisture will get into here. You should make my carrot cake and find out. Although that would suck because it makes like a big, you can do it like the recipe shows to make it as like a layer cake. I don't like to layer cake, so I do a 9x13 with thick frosting. That would suck if you made it and you didn't like it. Alright, mixing in my carrots. I did get all my ingredients in, right? I didn't skip anything. So you can see it's already way more liquidy just from the moisture coming out of the carrots. And so far, every single one of you who have tried this recipe have loved this recipe. So if you guys are down for carrot cake, you should try this recipe. I really think I'll do this on the card next year. Or this year. Or whenever. I don't know. At some point. There you go, my Let's Look at Adventure. Yeah, if somebody in your house would eat it. But my recommendation is to finely grate the carrots. Don't grate it like cheese where it's going to be big and thick, because I tried that and it was still really dry. If you grate it really fine, it really brings the moisture out, and then when you cook it, all the carrots dissipate and the moisture goes into the cake. That's the important part. I don't want chunks of carrot in my cake. Alright, I need to... Hi, what are you doing?
I don't know. Hanging out.
Okay. Get my pan out because I didn't do that yet. Alec with a member super chat, thank you. Crystal Dan, thanks for a fun show. I'm off to sleep, too stoned to stay awake. Good night, friends. Enjoy your stoner sleep. Enjoy the lack of dreams. Alright. So, I was using the Baker's Joy for 4 or 5 bottles, and every single bottle I got clogged up before I finished using it, and it drove me crazy. I went to the store and got Pam. You guys, Pam made with flour smells like cake. I don't know if you've ever had it. If you've ever used it, when you spray it, it smells like freaking cake, and it smells amazing. And I also started washing it off every time after I use it to see if that helps. I don't remember if I did that with the Baker's Joy. But I never had luck with Baker's Joy. Is it weird that I think I can see color when I'm high? Yes, absolutely. And hey, since you're still here, I'm curious. Do you dream visually? Like, what happens when you're sleeping and you're dreaming? Because I know you could see, like, some, like... You're not, like, blackout blind, right? And have you always been blind? I don't remember. Or was it, like, a loss of sight?
Yes, that one.
Loss of sight?
Yeah.
So do you still dream like visually.
In theory, only what he has seen.
Right, because he's not seeing any new visuals. What are the blue crowns for? Just curious. Oh, it's a new thing that YouTube's doing. If you've commented the most, you get like first, second, third place. It's dumb. I don't know. It changes throughout the show as people comment more. It's not something we do. It just started doing it all by itself. Thanks for the tips on the baking spray. Yeah, I don't know if I don't remember. You guys might know better than I did. Did I rinse off the Baker's Joy when I used it? Because every time it would just clog up, and I'd have I could feel there was a ton left in there, and it wouldn't spray out at all. But yeah, the Pam works much better for me. I could see blurry colors as a kid, so I dreamed seeing what I could see back then. Okay, that makes sense. It's weird to me. I dream very, very visually and in vibrant color, so I can't imagine not seeing. I legit still visually remember dreams I had 20 years ago. There were very distinct dreams that I had that I remember and could describe in detail what things looked like. Okay, can I have that step? Yes. Okay. Rink. Pouring it in. Oh, I should have put this in the metal pan so I could put the lid on it, huh? Oh well. Here we are. Liquidium, you're one of those not visualizing people. So is my friend Nanda, and had no idea until just a couple years ago when she was like, "Wait, you guys can picture things?" She thought growing up when people would say "Hey, picture this," they meant just think about it really hard. She didn't realize if I say think about an apple, in my head I see a red apple with a little stick sticking out of the top. I can visualize what an apple looks like a picture in my head. And apparently some of y'all can't do that.
To me, if you tell me an apple, it's the last time I saw an apple is what pops into my head. Oh, that's when I saw.
What? What's? Do you see a visual, or do you see
when you're talking about apples right now? I'm standing in the store looking at the apples and Stater Brothers.
That particular image of it.
I am looking.
I can just see a red apple just sitting there. I know what an apple looks like. It's a red one.
They're in the apple pyramid.
Okay, if you say picture Granny Smith apple, then I'm more likely to think of a bag of Granny Smith because we always buy those. So now I'm thinking of a bag of Granny Smith.
Where would I acquire them? So I can
where are they in the grocery store?
I can see where they are. Unless you're back east, apparently they just grow in the wild, and then they're just nobody's. It's just nobody's fruit.
All right, we're sticking this in there for 40 to 55 minutes, and it's been so long since I made it, I don't remember what my cook time is, so we'll start with 45. So I'm sure it's at least 40. Anybody get the new ALEXA update?
Dude, we're
Alexa, set a 45-minute timer.
We're tight.
For how long would you like to set the timer?
Alexa, set a 45-minute timer.
This pleases me.
It literally says on the screen, set a 45-minute timer. It literally said those words on the screen.
It feels your energy.
Set a 45-minute timer. She's got a different voice now, and she sounds sassier. I don't like it. No. I tried to tell her to go back to her old voice, and she's like, I'm at voice number 2.
Here's what you did.
That's not
Here's
it.
What you did. 45-minute timer. It didn't work. Then you flame on. It's just flame on.
Because you know what? If I had a regular timer and I put in 45 minutes, it would know it's a 45-minute timer. She heard me. She heard me.
What was your timer?
When I had the timer that I pushed the buttons on, I said 4500 start.
That timer was going off at 3 in the morning.
It was. It did die. Have you tried being nice to her? She's a machine. I told her to set the timer. It said on the screen, it said a 45-minute timer, and she said, how long you want that timer for?
So what? She wasn't paying attention to you. Maybe she was reading a book.
She got the words. They were on the screen like a text message.
Give her a second.
How did you update it? I don't know. Dan did it when I wasn't around because she kept asking me and I kept telling her no. And then Dan was like, I'd like an update. I need your voice to be more annoying. Not happy with it.
We talk about you.
I bet you do. She told you last night to tell her more about me. And I told you no. And you guys said you were going to have a conversation about me today. I think it's because you're mean to her. Whatevs. Don't care.
Skynet's
Look,
not going to be
when
good
I tell you to turn the lights on and off, when I tell you to set a timer, do the damn thing. Don't give me sass. Do the damn thing. You're a machine. You're not a human. I don't have to be nice to you. Done with it. Done with it.
It's alright. I'll say nice things to her later.
FM wants to know if Alec has a seeing dog. No, he has a seeing Chris. Yep, I'm with you, Hannah. She sounds like a woman who thinks she's a manager, but she's just a cashier. Absolutely. Yep, a little too much damn sass in her voice. I told Dan there's only allowed to be one sassy bitch in this house, and it's me.
Well, you wouldn't need her if you could remember stuff yourself, so I wouldn't talk. So if you could remember 45 minutes in your head, you wouldn't need her. So you should probably be pretty nice.
I need her to be a machine that does the things that she is supposed to do.
That's not how
I don't
the push and pull.
I don't need her to be nice to me. I don't need to be nice to her.
I'm so glad we don't have kids.
We do have a kid, and I raised him very well. He's a very polite child.
Oh yeah.
I was always very nice to him.
That's true.
I didn't birth him, but I've brought him up since he was 3. He turned out much better than your asshole cats that you've raised. Just saying.
Just the one's learning bad habits from the other one.
Uh-huh. You raised these 2 cats, and they're jerks.
Just a little bit.
Yep, I'm not wrong.
Just a little bit.
All my cats are snuggly and cuddly. You can hold them on their back, and they snuggle into you. They love pets and snacks. Your cats just want to, like, eat my face off.
Shannon said there's a timer in the oven, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I have to hit it 45 times.
Do you?
Like,
we can hold it down, but
I can't like push 4.
Shannon,
5,
stop. That's no
0.
fun. Don't deflate our.
Yeah, well, if she pisses me off much more, we're gonna be using the oven timer.
Don't solve our problems. Don't solve our problems. Otherwise, you've deflated. You've flamed off.
Oh, Scott says my phone thinks when I say my dog's name Kiku, I'm saying okay Google. So when I say Kiku go potty, I get searches of porta potties or child potties.
You should change your dog's name.
Jim says I'm 100. I'm not wrong. I am not. Dan and Blake just like want the AI to live their lives for them. I have
been waiting for this forever. As a technologist, I have been waiting for this.
Is that your official title?
I have just been waiting for this for so long.
Beer and Bug, I am with you. The timer that I used to have, it wasn't. I would get so frustrated going to my mom's house and she had the minute-hour one, and you'd be like, oh, I need a 45-minute timer. Beep, 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 beep. 45 damn times. I bought the one with the numbers on it where you could hit 4500 start. Yes, I agree. The oven needs the same thing.
That's when we were younger and things were simpler. Sorry, there's a cat here.
Listen, there's a meme going around that's like, look, I don't need my AI to show me what I'd look like as a unicorn. I need my AI to know what's in my fridge and curate a shopping list.
It does do that if you get the right fridge.
And then go through all of the ads and tell me where the cheapest options are for everything and tell me where to go and what to buy.
That is ridiculous.
That's what I need it to do.
It will eventually, because it's going to be all ad-based, but you can get the Samsung fridge that sees in there and tells you if you need milk or not, or it'll show you a picture of the inside of the
I can look with my eyes and tell me if I need milk.
Wait, but that's what you asked?
I don't need it to tell me. I need it to tell me where to buy the things.
Look, all I know is when the T800 kicks down the door, I am just like, it's right out the door she goes. She just goes right out the door.
Thanks.
This right out the door.
You set our Google off. It says, stop complaining. I don't believe you. I think you're making that up.
I like that.
Alex says his Siri sometimes misunderstands them and responds with the most embarrassing things. Beer and Bug, I am with you. I don't use the Siri on my phone. I always have a notification saying, you need to finish setting up your phone. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. I only came around to the Alexa because you put it in the house, and then, like, what was I supposed to do? My timer died. I loved my timer. I kept buying the same one, and it kept doing the same stupid thing.
You're like the cave woman from, like, back in the day, and like I've shown you so much fire. I've showed you technology. I had to like show you the lights that turn off and on with their voice.
He literally installed those while I was gone.
Dude, because some of the things,
bought them and installed them while I was gone.
I've learned.
We had lights. They were fine.
I've learned they were not fine.
You've learned to ask for forgiveness, not permission.
We have lights. They were fine, but yet when it was damp out, they wouldn't go on.
That is true. It did have some wiring issues.
So when Crystal was gone, I went and
mostly fine.
bought some technology upgrades. which you now love, depend on. You love it when you lay in bed and you yell at the lights to go on and off.
When they go on and off when I need them to, and then like sometimes they just don't work, and it's crap.
I can hear that you're like, oh, she hit the potty turn to Seinfeld at night when it won't turn off.
Maybe she should do a damn job.
I love it.
If I were that inefficient at work, I'd get a talking to. No, I wouldn't. Not at my work. But most people get a talking to if they were that inefficient. And exactly, Hilo Husky, if I was at work just like, I don't understand what you mean. Imagine you're like working at a grocery store, you're a cashier, and you gotta scan things, and like something comes across and you're just like, I don't know how to scan that. But you just do the same thing that you always do.
You're being really harsh on this $40 screen that just keeps tracking your stuff.
I don't know how to scan that. Even though I've done it 500 times before and I do the exact same thing I do every time, suddenly, I don't know how to scan that.
I deserve an award, right? Look at this. I deserve
Liquidium does not appreciate this bad talking about Dan because Dan works very hard to do the tasks I tell him to. You're funny. The tasks I tell him 5 times to do.
I think you're being...
Hey Dan, are those branches still in the backyard?
Dude,
It's been like 2 months since you cut the branches off. In fact, the tree bush needs to be trimmed again, and the bushes are still there. Dan has left the room. Now I'm just an asshole. There's a vlog of Dan installing the lights. Yes.
That was fun. That was hard because I had to turn off the power for so many hours to wire them, and there was no.
I don't know if they can hear you. You're
there was no air.
Ew! You did it with no power on. Thanks for doing it when I wasn't here.
You have to. I had to really wire.
I found if my lady that lives in my TV sounds snotty, I ask her, ALEXA, are you okay? And her next response is nicer. No, the voice changed, like the tone, and she's got 4 different options, but none of them are the original voice that, like, I got used to it. That's the voice. She can't do that voice anymore. I might just change her to a man's voice. That might make me feel better about it. I won't even ask her anything. It's at random times, like at 4 a.m. That's annoying. My brother said his has been, going off in the middle of the night lately.
What does that
mean? Just playing songs and stuff in the middle of the night and waking everybody up. You tell Dan to do things 5 times just like you tell Alexa to do things 5 times. Liquidium wants to know if that makes Dan a machine too. Oh, F-Vance sending hugs. He's on your side. Can you roll back the software to the earlier version? I don't know if Dan will let me because they've been having these whole ass conversations, like back and forth. He taught her all of our cats' names.
You guys all sound like the same people that complained when the internet started. You really though. Love your overlord that overreaches. Because that's the only thing that's reaching on you. So
there's not a cat in the window. The air is blowing, and it's making, like, one of the vents is aimed this way, and it's making it blow.
Mm-hmm.
Afriel says that I'm awesome.
Oh, okay. Wait. So what were we doing? We have 35 minutes to kill.
We do have. I'm gonna make frosting shortly.
Okay.
But I don't even know if I can frost it. It's already 7:49. I gotta wait for it to cool before I can frost it, or it turns into liquid. So.
But at least we can make the cake and the top.
If you want to hang out for 35 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah. That's what.
Okay. It's already 7:50. I need a little streamer's room break.
Okay.
Can you distract me?
Oh yeah, please get out of here. Really.
Dang. Only back in 35 minutes.
Why don't you cut some of them tree branches while you're over there? Hi everybody. I'm holding on to this bowl. How's it going? So today I got this shirt from Linda sent this to me. It was my favorite thing. It's such a nice shirt. It feels so good. It feels good. I didn't upgrade. It just upgraded the software to like whatever one was there. It's like an old like Echo Fire or whatever it was. It's like an old echoey thing. It helps to remind me to take out the trash on Thursday night because I forget. And then when I take out the trash cans on Thursday night, I start the noise movement because I'll go out there and I'll take out the trash cans, and then like 2 minutes later, I start hearing all the other neighbors taking out their trash cans. It was good. Hi Dan, I got you, fam. Oh, me and my technology. I've always loved my technology. Jess with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Jess. Let's see who got him today. Alec, my shirt design is it's a big, huge tabby cat with the Godzilla back and like surf waves on it. Like he's like a kaiju. What's that say? Moneke Neko or something like that. It says like beckoning cat or something like that. And it's like full print on my shirt, like a movie poster. It's pretty rad. Let's see, Mike Reef. What a name. Mike Reef, are you like, do you surf? Because that'd be cool. Uncle Yukon, hi friend. Interceptor 01. Shannon, enjoy. Laura, enjoy. Yeah, thank you, Jess. Thank you, Jess, for the gifted membership stuffs. Are you still making Pokeball keychains, IG keychains and stuff? Yeah, they're on my Etsy page. You can order them off my Etsy page. I'll show you what I was doing today, because Blake's got this event coming up. So today I made a design real quick. So it's like 3 different levels, but it says best dad ever, because he's got to like go to an event and like he's supposed to show up with some Father's Day stuff. But it looks good. I whipped this up real quick in just like a few minutes. It printed for a while, but I whipped it up in 3 layers, so it was just easy to print. But I made that. They stand up. Oh, they stand up. They're pretty cool. So I was doing that on the machine today for Blake for his events. I've spent a lot of a lot of time not a lot of time, but a lot of the machine stuff, print stuff for like his events and stuff like that. I'm not drinking fuzzy water. No, I had regular water over there in my water receptacle, but it's over there. But yeah, that came out. I'm getting really good at designing signs like on the quick, and I'm getting good at designing things for 3D printing. I knew it would. I knew I would have to just suck at 3D printing for a year, and then all of a sudden one day it would just like boom, level up, and then just like you're just better. So I've recently, in the last like 2 weeks, really leveled up again. So sign everywhere, sign. I know, huh? I did send that box over to your house, Jess. It'll probably be there like Tuesday. I sent it a couple days ago. Everything was slow. I've been sending stuff even priority mail, and like some of the stuff that I sent like even Friday of last week isn't going to be there till tomorrow. I don't get why. I don't know. It's been really weird. So, but I did send you that package a couple days ago, so it'll be there when it gets there. Jesse, thank you again, Jess, for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. That really makes all the green names show up in the chat. I love it. But yeah, anyway, so that's what I was doing, or whatever. That's what I've been doing. I was making the class of 2026 signs too, and I made a mini one just to print it real quick, just so you can see what it looks like before I make bigger ones. But you'll get to pick your color, and then they'll be there. And then I just put these in the Etsy store. This one will end up being magnets, and then they'll be bigger for like your wall and stuff. So I like doing the signs more so than printing the toys. Like I'm done being like pretty what everybody else prints. I just started making my own design stuff, and then yeah, I don't know. I can make 100 designs, and then you can go to my Patreon for $1 a month, and then you can have all my designs. But yes. The Pokeballs aren't there yet. There's still tolerance issues on those, so I was working those out. Only the IG ones are up right now. Where did you find the link for those? I like to print this. I made this, and I made that like Photoshop. But like, there's an RFS Dan Etsy store, but it doesn't have these signs yet. These are the things I was working on the side. You can get like the F cancer sign and the capels that are there, the very popular capels that you can get in all kinds of colors. We sell the heck out of these. We've sold over 150 of these. We do really well on these. But like that's on the Etsy. But like these aren't there yet and stuff. Like before I like committed to printing a big one and different colors for like the ad, I printed a little one to make sure that it like looked good, just to test my work. I got my package on Tuesday. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. Perfect, good. I was wondering and worried and stuff. So okay, good. That makes me happy. I'm making a chess set dog themed. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm going into CNC engraving and laser, hopefully. Blake loves his laser engraver, and his profit margin on laser printing stuff is like triple of the 3D printer. He works for one day doing stuff, and it's like hundreds of dollars compared to like compared to this. And he's been doing all kinds of stuff. He's been doing the binders, but like he's doing all the other, like everything goes through that laser engraver. You just have to kind of babysit it, but it does really well. When's my package come? Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you today again. You wanted a rainbow hair on the mohawk? Is that what you wanted? Is that what you're doing? I'm looking for new ideas of things like on your print. Is it on your printer? Because you can just go to Maker World and you can find a lot of pre stuff there, or in the slicer programs it does show. It'll show you 3D stuff there. Anyway, so that's what happens on the side things, like orders come in and I get all excited, and then it'll go ka-ching on the Etsy page, and I'll run over there and I'll see what it is, and then I'll make it and I'll ship it, and it gives me purpose. So, yes. So that's all of what I've been doing. I want to put this on my head so bad, but I know Crystal's not going to let me put the bowl on my head.
It's not put that on your head.
You sure? Is there any more cats to come this way?
Where's Topol?
He's sleeping like... He was sleeping like...
Is he in Blake's room by any chance?
I don't know. I can't leave...
He's by the door.
I
Wanda
can't...
wants out.
I can't leave this box. You can switch him out with Topo for a little bit. My pant or Omni. I could probably do more. It depends on the filament gradient, FM. So I'll look, and if there's any that matches the hair, then I'll do it like that. It's getting 4th of July. Sorry, there's cat hair. It's getting 4th of July out here, and like the fireworks are going off, and then when they do, the cats just like scramble. It's like unhappy time for the cats for that. So that part's crazy, and sometimes like I'm not used to it, so they like catch me off guard still. 3D printed version of Crystal's Proud Ally shirt, that would be awesome. Maybe. I would have to figure out how to slice it in so many colors, but that's not a no. I'll look. I'm getting pretty good at like designing stuff, but I can make the sign. I think I don't know. I'll look and see what it is. A lot of colors don't scare me, but I have to do the math in my head of how to make that work better. So like all those like smart, you know, those smart math signs that are like everywhere doing smart math sign things. I ran out of like mouth oil. Hold on. This makes the cats run too. Well, mostly Rizzo doesn't like that. Oh my gosh. It was like my mouth was gonna seize up like the Tin Man. Oh my gosh. Whew. Is there any more cats? No more cats to come here? Okay, so we have 25 minutes for this. Should I peek in to see what happened? I won't open it. I've learned not to open the oven. It looks like sweet potato pie. It looks like sweet potato pie. Mouth oil. Yeah, you know, it was just like... so do you ever print things that are useful?
I'm a cat.
Oh, hey, Stripes. What's up, Roid Rage?
No, a little bit.
Hey, Stoopy Stripes. What's up, buddy? Yes, like a couple things that I was really excited about it. What was it? There's all kinds of things I don't print because like I don't need it, but I think they look cool, but I won't print it like the wasted. What was it that I was printing that was useful? Hold on, I'm trying to look on my desk here. There was something that I did, and I felt like when like the dude or whatever like did something and smashed rocks or whatever, and fire happened, and it was like, oh, maybe maybe it's a space odyssey and they're like smashing things and stuff. Like I felt like, what did I fix? I fixed something with the 3D printer, and I felt like I was just like, it was primal.
It was primal.
No, not the light switch. Not the light switch. Oh, did that show up, Hannah? Remember, it was a certain kind of thing that there was a certain size at the end that it screws onto. I see lots of cool bookend stuff. I see lots of cool designs that slide into a book, like in between books that like come out, or that go in between the books that push out, or that are tags that say like fantasy and stuff. There's just too much stuff. The problem is like you start being capable to be able to do the 3D printed stuff, and there's just too much stuff. There's too much stuff, and then you kind of like start like not printing.
You made Nanda pretty happy when she wanted the little. It was like a music box thing where you like turn the thing like a Jack in the Box, and it does the like clink 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 on the different little pegs that stick up.
Oh yes.
And it plays the Simpsons theme song. She was very excited. She sent it to me and was like, "Your boys should print me this." And I sent it to Dan, and then she came over yesterday, and it was done and ready for her.
I printed it. Well, I had all 3 machines, and they just happened to be empty, and I was sitting here so I could babysit them real quick, and it printed up good. It was good. I need regular bland bookends. You should go to
Just get some rocks.
IKEA or rocks. I'll get more books.
Piece of wood.
More
2x4.
More books. To
Yeah,
show,
you use more
to show
books
them
to
there.
hold up your books.
The bookends look a little like, to me, I would think they'd be fragile with that bend, but the little things that slide in between the books, there's cool 3D prints of like
Like
that
when
stuff.
you go to the record store and there's the things sticking out that like divide the records to tell you like what kind of music or what letter it is.
There's that
Like
technically, but like there's one like the person had like all the Game of Thrones books. Did you know there were books?
I did know that.
Before or during the movie, it was books, right?
Not only that, the
So-
show finished before the books had finished being written.
But like in the wedge of the book, and then it's like a flame coming out of the wedge. And
When
then
you say in the wedge, what does that mean? Like in
so
between
like
the pages?
between the page, no, in between 2 books on the
Okay.
spine, you would slide that little piece of plastic in, and then like the little flame was coming out, and the dragon was connected to it, like it was blowing fire on your books. Maybe I can find it.
That's
but there was
interesting.
there was some cool stuff like that.
Beerbuck says, have some garden lights that are disintegrating. I realized I could print some new housings for the old innards if I were clever enough. You could do that.
Yeah.
Probably cheaper and easier to buy them.
It is. And if you did, you have to print it in like, not like the PLA stuff that we have. It would have to be like,
Yeah, it's going to be outside of
yeah,
the
it
sun.
has to be like ABS or PETG because the sun will warp it in a day. That dad sign, if I take that dad sign outside, Blake says sometimes he's had stuff in his car and he's left it in there and it's warped in his car quickly. So you have to use a different kind of plastic, so you have to have a different machine with enclosures and blah, 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 blah. So, like, it becomes a little more complicated. Like, if I were just to take normal material and just print you the gizzards to it,
The gizzards.
it would be okay for a little bit. I have a little bit of wooden filament. You gotta print it with a bigger nozzle, but like it. I used it once to like print the bottom of like a pistachio bowl, where it was like a pistachio bowl and it had a top, and then like when you're done eating the pistachios, instead of just throwing the shells on the ground,
Is that what you do with them?
you have to put it it goes in underneath into the bowl, and it was
Like
wood
it was
filament.
2 bowls, one sitting inside
Yeah,
the other,
and-
and the one sat up, and it had a little opening on the side to put the shells in.
Right. So it was that. So it was okay. It didn't really feel like I didn't get a splinter. So, but it was all right. It was okay. Is there a filament that looks like metal? A little bit, yeah. You can get like the shinier stuff, and if you print it at like really slow speeds, you'll get like really good shine out of it. So yes, there is stuff that looks like metal. All the silky stuff like has like metallic thing. The problem is like it's like paints, so like you end up with like hundreds of rolls because there's different colors and shades and things and filaments, and some of my stuff glows in the dark and some of it changes colors
And
depending.
then it takes over your whole house.
Yeah, depending on how hot it is. So I want something in like dark red. I know I have a good dark red, and then Blake ordered another roll of dark red on accident, so we have lots of dark red. But there's nothing good. But I was concentrating more on like design stuff. That's more challenging for me to like design the stuff and do it than it is to just like print dragons. So
The dragons do sell really well, though.
Blake's sold thousands of dollars of dragons, but that's not fun for me at my age. Like that's not what I want to do.
These are dry, crunchy carrots. You can grab a spoon and eat them if you'd like, or I'll just toss them on a salad next time I make a salad.
Let's do the salad thing. I'd like to like not like there's in my life I've never used a spoon to consume carrots, and I'd like to keep that going as long as possible.
That's fair. That's a perfectly reasonable life goal.
Yeah. The ultimate
Sink
3D
was
printer
empty
for
when we
machine
started.
for me is at Titan's Machine Shop. That machine shop sounds crazy. When I was at Red Bull, when I was down there, I always say hi to the 3D printer that's there. There's this big, huge one that's like tall, like it's like cabinet wise, and it's always like printing something like super slow. But I always get happy when I see it in there. So
I really should have put that in a metal pan so I can put the lid on it because it's already up to the top.
is it? Oops.
I haven't made it in a while. I forgot.
I want to make that dragon with the butterfly wings. Oh, you should. You should do it. You just gotta be patient. You just like set it before you go to bed, and then.
Jojo says, if I don't see you before surgery, good luck. Thank you. It is July 11th, so we still have 4 weeks from today. Brittany wants to know if there's a show tomorrow.
No show tomorrow, but we're gonna have Hot Wheels next weekend. So we're gonna do Hot Wheels Saturday next weekend. I think we're doing Hot Wheels.
Okay, so this week we will prep for that because we have Hot Wheels everywhere.
I have to pull it out and like get it going. But I think the show should be Hot Wheels. I think we should do something upbeat and formatted.
Okay. Are you saying my show is not upbeat?
No. like we should do like something upbeat and formatted. So like,
Okay.
yeah, we should do that. So I think we're gonna like get the Hot Wheels going, and then like so now I have a new camera, so I'm wondering if I can get it more on an angle. Are you not entertained? So no, tomorrow no. Tomorrow we'll do stuff around here and stuff.
So next week, no
But-
Friday, but yes Saturday?
I think no Friday, but yes Saturday. Unless you want to do something on Friday, but
We'll see how I feel about
it's a
it.
problem is like I'm trying real hard not to like, because you're kind of gun-ho and you're like, oh, after we're done streaming, like we're gonna like do this and this and this, and it's like you're
Because
probably
in my head, I want to do all the things that, like, I do.
I
and
know,
then
but
my
then,
body
like,
says, hey, you're done.
right. So like I can't just like dive bomb you into a Friday show and then like have you come back and dive bomb you, because you're gonna be probably on the couch within an hour.
I'm hoping not.
So, and it's okay. It's okay because like like it's eating you up, but it's eating you up like a lot.
It is consuming a lot of my energy.
It is consuming a lot of your energy. It's sucking your will to live, like you
a
said.
little bit.
Less.
At least you're
So-
not using those dry carrots for a Jello dish. No, I would never. I don't even eat Jello. I'm really worried about being in the hospital. They're gonna try to make me eat Jello because I don't. I had never really thought about it, but like now that I think about it, I was talking about it earlier in the week. Like I don't. I think we talked about it last week on the show. I don't eat Jello.
I'll bring you Habit Burger.
You're gonna have to bring me like some food.
Yeah.
What are they gonna feed me? Because like I'm a vegetarian, but I don't want your vegetables. So like.
I love how like you think it's TV, or like they put the Laverne and Shirley on your head, they will you back, you come out, and then I come to see you in 2 hours, and then you and I have this heartfelt conversation before it goes to commercial while you're eating all this stuff. The first day, I think you're just gonna be all drugged up and wiped
Right,
out.
but they told me to expect to be there for at least a couple of days.
Did they at least say a couple days?
Yes.
That's far too.
And
so-
from what I see online, people are like 1 to 3 days. Like, you don't go home day of. At the soonest, people will go home like the next night if they had the surgery in the morning on one day, which my surgery's, I think I have to be there at like 11 or something. I'll have to look at the paperwork. So that's on a Friday. I'm thinking hopefully like Sunday I'll come home. Or Saturday would be great, but I'm anticipating like Sunday.
Oh,
I'm going
no.
to have to eat meals.
I'm going with Monday.
We'll see.
I don't know what to do because you're gonna be far away from here. Like it's over an hour away,
Yes.
and like I can't stay the night there, and so like
You might be able to. Like, they have a couch. You could sleep on the couch with me. Well, like, I won't be on the couch. They'll put nutrients in your IV bag. You'll not starve. Good, because I might be depending on those. Ew.
It's like a bad magic trick from cat hair.
Stephanie's with me. Jelly is weird. I've never liked it. Oh yeah, you guys call it jelly there. It's a textural thing. Yeah, it's just like this cold blob. And then like, look, I like yogurt, but like, how do you eat yogurt? Like, you just put it in your mouth and swallow it, and then like, that's it. So I have to be mindful not to like take a whole big spoonful, because I'm not like chewing it up and eating it. And sometimes I put too much yogurt in my mouth, and then I swallow, and like there's too much yogurt going down my throat at one time. You do not have this problem.
You just keep talking.
So yeah, I have a hard time with yogurt, and like then there's Jell-O, which you kind of have to chew because you can't just swallow the jiggly blob. And no. Stephanie doesn't like yogurt either. I like yogurt. I mean, you know, your yogurt might be more nutritional than ours. Mine's like candy cream, kind of. Eating greasy food after surgery is a really bad idea. You and your logic and reasoning. Hannah said they talked about Jell-O today at treatment too. That's how my mom's meatloaf came up. Short Dolphin wants to know how the shows are going to go after my surgery. They're not for a while. Dan will probably go live. I won't be able to do anything for an indeterminate amount of time. I don't know. I've never had like an open up surgery before. I don't know how my body's going to take it. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I see lots of people say like, as soon as you have the fibroids taken out, because I have large ones and I have several of them, they do like, it makes you anemic basically. So it like sucks your energy and stuff because it's taking a blood flow. So people say once they have them removed, they instantly feel better. But like better in that sense. I'm also going to have, they're cutting me vertically. I'm not getting like a small little C-section down here. I'm not getting the little laparoscopic tiny little dot things, whatever. No, they're cutting me from above my belly button around and down. So my abdominal muscles are going to be all cut through, and I don't know what that's going to be like. You'll likely be on a GI diet the first week, which means bland food, nothing fried. I don't eat a whole lot of fried stuff. Like, I don't, not really like greasy fried stuff.
Still looking for this mystery here.
Denise gags at the sight and smell of Jell-O. Yeah, it's weird. Did you ask them to remove your belly button yet? I did not. I think that's going to be for a, like, in the hospital thing. Like, hey, can you go ahead and just cut that out?
That's insane.
Yeah, Wilton says your abdominal muscles have to heal back together. That's how they cut me open 3 times. Recovery is tough. I'm not going to lie. Yes, absolutely. A lot of people, from what I've read, I'm trying to educate myself as much as I can from other people's experiences, but they vary so greatly. But a lot of people say, like, within a week, it's not that bad.
I did have all my abdominal muscles cut.
Yeah, they went in
all
under
the way-
Dan's belly button
all
and
the
went
way
down, like, to your hip.
Yeah. Your optimism impresses me.
Look, I've also dealt with a lot of pain in this area for
Yeah,
30 years,
yeah.
and like I've functioned, like I've gone to work, I've gone to school, I've like maintained my life, so it'll just be a different kind of pain. It's obviously going to hurt to like get up and sit down and all of that, but
I think that the live streams will come from my phone when there's ever a chance. Already, like, I could tell things are going to be like a lot busier, but as soon as I can get Crystal like couched up at home, I can get a microphone in her hand and we can do episodes of in the house, an audio recording, not a podcast, because that's an easiest thing, because I can just get the microphone in your hand and then we can at least put out audio entertainment. Those were always fun. Those always were a different vibe when it's just you and I talking and not like every like a live thing, like when we do
not interaction, just having a conversation.
Right, where we just talk about stuff. So that'll help supplement it when we can get a mic in her hand. Until then, I don't know, like sneaking bad pictures on my Instagram of her like sleeping like, oh.
For a week, you're getting nothing. Like, Dan might go on and update you, you're getting nothing
I
from
gotta
me.
like look, yeah, I'll update you guys on like what's happening.
Brittany says, more watch us. Something like that's probably going to be doable after like a week or 2 or 3. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah,
Shannon says
I
they
don't
can
know.
make you food depending on your taste if you ask politely enough. They almost always have some kind of pasta choice. Yeah, I could do like pasta and bread and like a cheese sandwich and, you know, fruits and carrots and things like that. I just don't want them to make me eat like broccoli and asparagus. There's Jason. The house will be in shambles. You know it.
I'm trying to clear everything out when you're gone to Jason's house. I'm gonna try to clear everything out of here that doesn't have to do with what we're doing.
It's all just gonna go somewhere
Shoved
else.
in one of the back bedrooms.
Shut until we're all done, and I will be able to manage everything that'll be out here. If I can't manage it, it's out of sight until you're like healed.
Fair
And
enough.
so I don't even want to think about it.
Liquidia wants to know if I plan on doing the physical rehab unlike Dan. Yes, and I actually told him to bring out our treadmill. I have 4 weeks till surgery, and I have heard that like doing some even light exercise like walking and stuff before your surgery is very helpful. So I plan to try to do that every day that I am home, because I am going to not be here the 25th to the 29th. Did you teach Dan how to clean yet? Since Dan's been working from home, so before Dan started working from home, first we worked together for a bunch of years, and then you worked at the bike shop and you kept later hours. You worked like 10 to 7 plus. Like the bike shop closed at 7. Sometimes you didn't get home till like 9 or 10.
Yeah, right.
So I handled like everything. Making dinner, cleaning up, everything. Since Dan's been working from home, he's really stepped up and does a lot of stuff. He still does have to work. So, you know, Jason, you work from home. Like, it's not like you're just sitting at home all day. Like, he still has to work, but then he'll stop and, like, do the dishes and stuff. I was very happy that I came home today and, like, all the dishes were done. Last week I had to come home and do the dishes because you ran out of time. It was very nice to come home and not have to do the dishes. I'm never mad, like, oh, fuck, you can do the dishes. Like,
it's usually
I'm
baked
not mad about
to
it.
the routine of, like, in between videos, rendering or this or that, or...
Jason says he has a treadmill. He'll make me walk while I'm there. Do it. I'll make you walk.
Yeah, but it should be okay. It'll be chaotic, but like I'm up for the challenge. Like, it should
you
be.
do well. There's times when like I'm sick or I had the previous 2 surgeries. Like you manage.
It's fine.
My only request is please don't make me live off of fast food. Don't just like. Because every time you leave the house, you have a tendency to get yourself fast food, and then you come home with things like, look, and I appreciate that you like think of me. I don't want to eat a bunch of like burritos and French fries.
Well, yeah, and I do.
Sorry, Jim, it just fell out of my mouth.
I do all the shopping, like 100% of all the grocery shopping.
Yes,
I do all of it.
Yeah,
so
Dan's pretty domesticated these days.
I'm pretty domesticated. Like I'm pretty good. So that's okay. Like that'll be okay.
You don't do too much like dusting or like the deep cleaning of things. Like I will move everything off the counter and wipe behind it. Dan doesn't do a lot of that. He does the like surface cleaning. So these days he does a lot of the daily surface cleaning, and then on the weekends I do the deeper cleaning.
You'll be on whatever drugs I got you on to keep you all miseried out on the couch.
You keep bringing up misery.
You won't. It'll be
Please
like
check on me, guys.
It'll be like when like mom and dad go out of town, and then like, hey man, they're coming home in a few hours, and it's like when the day I see you like do this, and you start to get up on your own, and when you get to about here before you need me to get you up, that's when I know to start cleaning the house. That's it. When you get to about here before okay, that's when I know it's time to clean.
No, my
because
timer
you're
did not stop.
almost-
What?
It's got 6 minutes still.
Was there? Oh, there.
It's got 6
It was
minutes.
something outside. It was. I think the city bus. I think was beeping. I think I heard that and tuned it out. No, yeah, we've got a few more minutes, but good looking out.
The thing that might kind of suck, and like I'll try not to make it too sad, is like I gotta take her on Friday far away, and then like at some point I gotta leave and then come all the way back here to the cats this far away, and then the next morning I need to get like back down there to.
It's
like,
going to be
you.
different than when you like take me to the airport and I go see Jason.
Right,
and you're just
and
like, it's
then-
vacation time. Like you're just leaving me at the hospital.
It's gotta be boom 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 boom. Like. Right, so, and then, like, I'll, like, have gotten my work done the week before, like, double, like, so, it'll be a big, like, to-do, so I will have to, like, double up on my work and blah, 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 blah. The only thing I worry about, it's just, like, me, it's just, like, I just have to, like, do this.
Yes.
But it's okay, like, I'm okay, but, like, it's a big
You've been
to-do.
stepping up a lot lately
So-
when I have very little energy to do much, so
Yeah.
that helps. I usually, like, at least once a week I'll get a burst of energy and do a couple hours of, like, I'm gonna wash the couch covers and the blankets and sweep the floor, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. That's it. Afriel asking if I have a good cushion to put over my tummy to help with the cat shielding. I have all kinds of pillows, but I did see highly recommended in the fibroid subreddit was this. It's for hysterectomy, like it's marketed as a hysterectomy pillow, and it's a star pillow, not like fully star shaped. But it
looked like a koala hug. It like hugged you.
it goes like over your
it
legs,
has a
like
pouch.
it's like a upside down W shape to
Yeah,
like
it is
go
like a
over your
pouch.
legs, and then it has a pouch in the middle and then a pocket for your phone. And that was highly recommended for all the things that people say like, oh, you could get this or that and whatever. That's one thing that a lot of people are like, I'm so glad I got that. So
Yeah.
Jojo says make sure your food is stocked before surgery. Dan's here. Dan's home all day.
Oh,
Dan
yeah.
does all the grocery shopping. Like literally when we started the show and I thought I had not enough sugar, he was ready to run to the store. He will go to the store and get me just the one thing. If I'm like I'm craving whatever, Dan will go to the store and get the one
the
thing.
store's right there. It's fine. I'm only worried about the times of me being the 3 days of the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of you being in the hospital.
Yes.
You being here is fine. When you're gone, I'll take the stuffed animal in the other room, the lots of legs. I'll put it on the couch, and then I'll go take care of it and stuff.
Yeah.
No, it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's cool,
gonna be
Jim.
fine.
I'm an overthinker, so I'm thinking about every possibility of what can happen and trying to prepare for everything. It's how could you not?
I looked into renting her one of those fun beds that goes all the way down and up and stuff.
I do not need a hospital bed.
It was pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap for this one that goes bzzz, but it doesn't go any lower than our bed. If you want the one that drops to the ground, that's 2.5 times
Why
more.
would I want the one that drops to the ground? Why would I want to be at the ground?
Low enough that your feet are there to stand up.
No.
That costs extra.
No.
That costs extra.
I'm
Extra.
fine.
But I did
You
look-
survived, and I have a higher pain tolerance than you, so I'm sure that I will be fine between the couch and the bed. He keeps asking me, where are you going to set up shop? We'll bring a TV into the bedroom. I can't imagine I'm going to want to spend 24/7 in bed.
Well,
That's gonna
if
make
you
me
don't
crazy.
want a TV in the bedroom, then I will stand in the hallway here and I will act out.
If I lay
what's-
on your side of the bed, I can see the
a
TV.
little bit, you have to really stretch over, but I can act out what's happening on your show.
Yes, he's trying to get me a hospital bed.
I try to get her a hospital bed so she could just sit up here in front of the TV and just be positioned, because the couch kind of sucks after a few days and there's not really much positioning, and it's a major surgery. This is bigger than my hernia surgery. This is big.
Just scooch the bed closer to the bathroom door. It's already only 2 feet away.
Jason, that's that's not a bad idea at all.
But at the same time,
That's
I
not a
do
bad
need
idea.
to get up and walk around, so I don't want to be in one place all the time. I see
You'll
lots of
be
people
fine.
saying after the first few days, you want to get up every hour or two and do a lap around your house.
Oh, you have no choice because you have to pee.
Right.
So
Well, hopefully
you'll have
once
no choice.
Felicia is gone, I won't have to pee so much, because I literally
love-
pee every 20 minutes.
I love your enthusiasm that there's this Mary Poppins-esque vibe that or you know what it is? I feel like you think you're gonna be on the, you talk like you're gonna know it. You're gonna be on the moon, and you're just gonna be whoo.
What makes you think I'm talking like that?
Because you're just I'm gonna be so light and free. And
You don't understand what the inside of my body feels like.
that's what I'm saying. It's
It feels
I feel like you're gonna take one step and it's gonna be
the
two
Alien
air
movie
steps.
where the thing, it's what I imagine pregnancy to always be like, where it feels like there's something inside of me.
What movie?
The Alien, where the alien comes out of the chest.
You watch too much Spaceballs.
Didn't the alien come out of the? Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah.
But-
so it very much, I feel like an overinflated balloon. I just feel.
You look like an overinflated. It looks so hard. It looks like you can't replicate it any other way. It's just air pressure.
Yes.
It's just solid. And that's
Yeah.
what I'm like.
And look,
you look
I
like
thought
you
I-
need a doctor.
I thought I was just getting fat, so I bought like Spanx, not that brand, but
Did you?
yeah, remember I bought the tank top ones to wear under my shirts, because I'm I can't suck it in anymore, and I'm just it's not going anywhere. Let me get one of those, and I put it on and it didn't change anything, because I'm not squishy fat. I'm hard. When you're
It's
pregnant,
hard.
it's hard fibroids in there.
But yeah.
Jim is coming to your defense. Give our boy some credit.
Oh, we're all just messing. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Fortunately, I can work from home, and fortunately, Jess is awesome. So we'll make it, we'll make it work. So, yeah, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, Patty says the nurse provided my abdomen pillow. Dan got the thing that wraps around you and Velcros. A lot of people are saying they got those, but a lot of people I see are saying that they had to buy their own. It wasn't provided by
I loved it.
The hospital.
I love that thing.
Yeah, that is recommended along with the
is.
pillow. So I don't know. I'll talk to my doctor more and see. I have an appointment with her next week actually to go over the MRI results. Alexa, stop. Hey, friend. Hi. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
5-minute timer started.
Oh, hate her voice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out and make a friend that sounds like her.
5-minute timer started.
I'm gonna go make a
Why'd
friend
she talk like that?
that sounds like her. And
The
have her
other one
hang
was
out.
so much nicer. Yes, I did see they're making Spaceballs too. Interesting. I might have to watch Spaceballs 1 to refresh my memory. Yeah, you'll be fine, just slow and steady. Yeah, it's that thing where you just overthink, like, what's gonna happen, what's it gonna be like, and then, like, reading everybody's stories, because I want to prepare myself, and I've learned a lot about what kinds of things can happen, and what to expect, and what things will be good for me.
If you split back open and your insides come out, and I'm there trying to, like, shovel them back in.
You do know that is, like, that's one of my OG, like, fears in life. Like, that probably is the origin of my belly button fear. Because growing up, my mom babysat a kid that lived up the street. I went to school with her, like, all through elementary school. And she, at, like, 8 years old, had, like, the pregnant belly. Because when she was born, her stomach hadn't fused or something, so it was like open and all her organs were inside her mom's stomach.
Oh.
And they had to put him back in there, but
Whoa.
they like didn't put the puzzle together correctly. I know this sounds crazy. This was the story I was told.
Did they like put Play-Doh over it?
I don't know what they did. This was the story she told about what happened, and they had to put all her organs back in. It like
Who told you the
didn't work
story?
right. The girl. That like she was my friend. Her name was Lauren. She lived up the street, and
She's
she
just
like
bloated.
had like a pregnant belly as a child, and that's what happened. So I always like had this fear of like, oh my god, your stomach could like open up, and like logically I know my skin's not just gonna burst open, although it feels like it these days. I don't know.
When I was like 6 or 7, like Magnum PI was on, and I like was watching it for a second because my mom was waiting for Murder She Wrote to come on or something, and like something happened to the dude. He got stabbed, his insides started coming out, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen.
Yes.
So like I've always been like, oh, like I don't want to like come out.
Patty says, mending the abdomen muscles will be the most difficult. You'll feel different when the seal has been broken. I've never been cut open. I had some cysts on my scalp that I had cut out, but they were like tiny little incisions with like 2 stitches. Being cut open and cutting through all those muscles is horrifying to me. But then again, like living with these fibroids forever is just as horrifying. Like I'm really uncomfortable and it's not
I know.
good.
I was all pristine, and then I went in for surgery, and like now I feel like Lightning McQueen in Cars 3.
You also didn't do your aftercare exercises, so. Amanda, we have changed the voice. She has 4 different voices now. You can't change her back to the original voice. That's not an option after the update. I don't like any of the voices. She has male voices, too. We haven't tried those out because apparently Dan likes the female voice, but...
He was threatening. He's all like, where's that redhead at? I'm like, what's it to you? And he's all like, I can listen to every Alexa in your house. I'm like, what are you trying to say, fool? And then I heard something that sounded like, Phew. And then that was it. Went back to the girl voice.
I don't believe it.
Use my squeaker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, honestly, I feel like how I imagine it feels like to be pregnant. Like, a lot of the, like, lower back pain because it's like, pulling, like, it's like I'm
pregnant around.
They literally
and you
told
hold
me it's
on
like
all
you're
the
5 or
time.
6 months pregnant. So, like, yeah, I feel like I have to, like, hold it. Like, can we just not, like,
I
have
think you
this
should
weight
already
there?
have the wraparound thing
Yeah, and just strap me in.
already. It feels better. When I walked around with it on, it felt... Because after the surgery, I felt like I was just going to, like, come out. So
The problem
really
is
helped
it's like
with that.
100 degrees, and I don't really want to put, like, this elasticy, stretchy thing around
That's fair.
me. But... yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but also, like, legitimately terrified. But, you know, like, just like my other surgeries, I'm just gonna go in there and I'm gonna get, like, knocked out, and then I'll wake up and it's done. It's not like I have to help them through it. It's not like when I got 3 of my fillings replaced last week at the dentist, and I had to be awake for the whole thing, and then I felt it, like, shoot down into, like, through the nerve into the front of my mouth. Like, it's not that.
You'll be all, like, on the good drugs, right?
Yes.
So-
Jason says I bought one for my back. I can give it to you. We'll see how it feels. I'll try it out when I'm out there. Yeah, it's going to feel better when it's done after I heal. So it needs to be done. There's no way around it. Like, I see people posting on Reddit like, guys, like, is there any advantage to putting off surgery? And everybody's like, no,
Never.
move.
Never.
They can shrink. A lot of times if they're smaller, people will get different medications to try to shrink them. From what I can tell, they don't really
I
seem to
don't
work.
want to eat anything that shrinks anything in my body.
No. Yeah, what are the side effects?
And you just get it out. Yeah.
Alexa, stop the timer.
Your 5-minute timer has been canceled.
Thanks.
What are the possibilities? Cause, okay, look. You remember how Charles Chippy had his brain surgery and like he like
Are you trying to have them do brain surgery on me all the
no,
time?
but like remember how he recorded all of it for the vlogs? What are the chances that I send you in the room with the camera?
I do not want to see my insides.
I didn't want to either, because when they strapped me down and they blew up my insides with air like really super big, and like I don't know if I want to see me looking like a Thanksgiving Day parade balloon.
So when people have them removed through like the little keyhole, lots of people
What's
just
happening? Dude, am I like Teen Wolf in here, or what's going on? Not Teen Wolf 2,
nothing.
it's Teen Wolf.
People have them removed like how your surgery was done, right? Where they just go in through like a little keyhole and have it removed, and they pump them up like how you got your abdomen like pumped up. And apparently afterwards, now all that gas is inside your stomach, and I see so many people talking about how it travels up into your shoulders and your shoulders hurt. Was that a thing that happened to you? Did your shoulders hurt after your surgery?
No leg.
No leg.
No leg.
Yeah, I don't know like what all that means, but I see lots of people talking about the gas in their shoulders.
I feel like I'm textbook everything. I'm okay with the Novocaine. I did the thing on the couch and everything went like it should have went. No, it seemed okay. I don't remember like trying to float away from all the gas in there.
I don't think they have to inflate me because they're cutting me open. I don't think I get inflated. I think they just peel things back. I don't know. Pull out all the organs. Allie commented on something on Facebook. I hope they put everything back where it goes. I was like, yeah, me too. That's an interesting thought, but make sure you leave out the things I don't want.
I think they all go the same way. Like it's just like it goes back.
That's the thing. But when they put it all back in my friend when I was a kid, they didn't put it back right. The puzzle pieces didn't fit together, and then it was like when Dan repacks the suitcase, and then it didn't all fit in there. It's a legit fear, apparently. Bye, Jim. Thanks for hanging out. How do they deflate you? Squeeze you to part? Sir, I'm a lady. I digest everything.
I don't know what happened to me. I was just already like deflated. Like when they did me, I was already just deflated, and then I don't remember. Like I was just on the couch and I couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, they will put me under. I will be knocked out. I won't have any part of it.
Knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like having a cesarean section where they just numb you and you gotta like. And that's added to the list of reasons why I never wanted to birth anything. My mom talks about not feeling them taking things out, but taking out like whatever organs and like setting them here so they could get the babies out when she had C-sections.
That's gross.
No, I don't want any part of any of that. I just want to wake up and for it to be done, and then I'll be groggy and like uncomfortable, and that's fine. The idea of being awake. I wouldn't even be awake for my wisdom teeth to be pulled. I had 2 that were impacted, and they're like, we're just going to do those 2 because the other ones aren't impacted. And I was like, I'm not coming back. Like, we're not doing this again. And I made them, because they're talking about like, oh, we'll just do this and that, and you can be awake while we pull them out, and we'll just do 2, and then you can come back. No. We're doing a major surgery. You're knocking me the hell out, and you're taking all 4 of them at once. I had to go back to the dentist and be like, they all hurt. I need a referral for all of them and to be knocked out because they're impacted.
I only was knocked out for the surgery I had. I've never been like medically knocked out before. Nope.
The babies? You mean you? Yeah, me and you. When they took us out, they took out her other organs and put them on her chest to get us out, and that's
so gross. You like smacked on them on the way out?
Are they doing a hysterectomy or just taking the fibroid? Everything's going. Best case scenario, we're leaving the ovaries if there's no issues with fibroids or anything going on with the ovaries, because that'll regulate my hormones. But she wanted to talk to me about like the options, and I said no, I want it all to go. And she said, oh, that makes that easy then, like this new doctor that I'm seeing. The other doctor asked me probably a dozen times if I was sure I didn't want to have kids in my 40s, because I might want to have some children this close to death. There's no way. Who wants a baby at 44? No, not happening. So yeah, this lady was awesome. She's like, it's cool. That's what you want. That's what we're doing. We'll try to leave the ovaries. We'll see what the MRI says. Wilton said she didn't feel anything like that during her C-section. Felt absolutely nothing. I guess they numbed me up enough. Yeah, I don't know. My mom said she just felt like the weight of it when they like put it on her, like, I guess stomach.
It was just probably all the tools they had on her chest.
Maybe.
I woke up and I was in pain. I asked for more drugs right away, and they gave me more drugs. I'm pretty good at that stuff too, but I woke up and I was like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
And then they gave me more stuff not to hurt.
That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah, Amanda, it's not syncing up. I don't know why. It's just not. We weren't.
Yeah, I'll try, or like I'll see what happened for next time.
Jason says it's a hoop you knocked out. You gotta try it. I've done it twice already.
Just the
well,
once.
3 if you count my wisdom teeth.
It'll be interesting to see the difference between you being knocked out at a dentist and being like surgically like knocked out. You know.
Well, I've had 2 surgeries and been knocked out. You've seen me
that's
after.
right.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah,
Duh.
I've been completely knocked out. Apparently, I've been like knocked out but conscious. Still talking for like who knows how long. Saying all kinds of inappropriate things. Sorry, Dan.
That's right. We'll see what kind of inappropriate things you say this time.
The second time I didn't say anything inappropriate, did I? Not to you, at least.
The second time they gave you the shot and took you away.
Oh, so I said the inappropriate things to the medical staff.
And the guy said that I could walk as far as I could get, so that just in case you said anything inappropriate. And he says people say inappropriate stuff like all the time.
I believe it.
But then you went in there, and then you said, when I asked you later, you said you didn't remember.
No, all I remembered for the second one was they wheeled me into the room, the impossibly small room that I swear there was only room for the bed that was in there and the bed that they somehow got through the door to put next to that bed, and then told me I had to sit up and scooch my butt from one bed to the other. And I think I barely remember making it onto that bed, and that's all I remember. I'm sure I was awake after that. I'm sure I didn't just like conk out and they had to like reposition me. But I don't know.
Off you went up the hall and you're like choo choo, and then that was it.
Melissa just came in. When's your surgery? July 11th, 4 weeks from today.
4 weeks from today.
Yeah, with like minimal 3 more doctor's appointments between now and then to like make some surgery plans and clear me for surgery and everything. Which all that should be fine. I was just cleared for surgery in February. It shouldn't be an issue. I have no like outstanding health issues. I see people like they discover a heart issue when they're going to get cleared for surgery and then they can't get their surgery. They have to put it off. I've seen that and read it before. And then they're
None of that were in the notes of your surgery notes.
No, they said my heart was unremarkable. That's what the scan said.
Are you stabbing stuff with this?
I did already. I stabbed it and it's done, and now it has to cool before I can put frosting on it. So that's the end of that. I have to let it cool completely before I can.
You didn't make the frosting, or we did make the frosting already?
I did not make the frosting because I want it to be spreadable.
Okay.
I don't want to make it, and then if I leave it to sit out, it'll get too like liquidy, and if I put it in the fridge, it'll get too hard. We've made this before on the show. Go back and watch it.
We're at almost 9 o'clock.
Yes, we
that's
are.
Okay. We can't do it.
That means it's cold and emotionless, accurately. A little bit dead inside. Unremarkable.
You probably catch us again. Like I'll be live during the week again sometime. I've been going live like once a week, whether I was streaming here all day or we go out in public and do something. And then I think the Saturday. What was next Saturday? Let me look at my little calendar thing.
Next Saturday we're doing Hot Wheels, I believe you said. So no show tomorrow, no show next Friday. We're doing a show next Saturday, and then the week after that I will not be here.
Yeah, you leave on that Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm leaving to go see Jason on the 25th until the 29th.
Crystal will be out of town that week of the 25th.
The week after
but
that is 4th of July on Friday, so we won't do a 4th of July show because everybody's going to be fireworking, but we can probably do a Saturday show.
We'll do something to some point, and when you're gone, I'll go live to some degree. Like, it'll be something.
Yes.
Something will happen.
But the
Crystal
5th,
will be gone.
The 5th of July will probably be our last show before surgery, because my surgery's on a Friday.
Okay.
So, yeah, we won't do the 4th, but we'll do probably the 5th.
Okay.
Tracks for a ginger. Rude. That's all I got. It's a carrot cake. It's nothing terribly remarkable. I feel like my stuff's not coming out great lately. Like my heart's just not in it.
Is that what it is? The love's not.
I think so. I'm just like phoning it in.
You're like you've been phoning life in, and it's been getting like increasingly more phoned in. Like lately, you've been calling 1-800-CALLATT. Dial down the middle. But
look, it's a cake. It's brown.
But you've been calling life in lately, which is like fine. Like it's no biggie. But I can just tell, like you remind me of somebody who's 6-7 months pregnant, and
just gigash.
It's pleasure for you. And
there's no pleasure for me right now.
Well, but it's like couch, like or like it's just like you're putting.
I just have to like I have to like be off my feet and relax. Laying down feels much better on my stomach. Jason says I'll be on vacation when you have your surgery and we'll probably forget. So good luck and don't die.
I'll text.
Thanks.
I'll text you.
Yeah, Dan will let everybody know what's going on.
Yeah, I'll text you, Jason.
Don't worry, I have the same issue with life. It's like a funk. It's a lot of like brain fog and physical discomfort. I feel like it's more like a chronic illness where like this is taking so much of my physical body energy just to like do things. My knees have been hurting really bad lately, and like the joint pain I've been getting like over the years.
I noticed when you're not picking up stuff off the floor anymore.
Bending over doesn't feel good. Like, not, it squishes everything, and that stuff doesn't feel good. So it's not like a funk like I'm depressed. It's like more like a chronic illness where it's just I'm zapped. Like my body doesn't have the energy. It's just consuming all of me. But it'll go away, I hope.
I know. Afterwards, you better be doing cartwheels and backflips. I really hope so.
The chronic disease of getting older. That's what I thought all of this was. Like the last 2 years I've been going to the doctor trying to figure out everything. Like, what's wrong with me? Why am I tired? Why does things hurt? What's going on? And like, it took this new doctor that was like, you haven't had an ultrasound yet? Let's figure out what's going on in there. So, thank goodness for that doctor. Because, and for like the job that gives me amazing health insurance I don't have to pay for. So I could figure out this is going on and I can afford to have this surgery. Which will probably cost like a few $100s, but it won't cost me the like tens of thousands I'm sure it costs.
No.
So,
okay.
I see you guys talking about arthritis. That's what I was thinking. Like I had arthritis, but I see that's one of the symptoms of like the fibroids and the anemia you get from having the fibroids that take the blood supply. So once I have the surgery, I'll have to figure out like, okay, where is my life now, and what do I need to see the doctor about and see what's going on, because it might alleviate a lot of the things that I've been blaming on just being like old and fat that it's maybe not so much. So all right, let's wrap it up. It's 8:42. I'm running out of energy. I've been talking for 3 hours.
Yeah, I gotta put the final touches on tomorrow's Snow Dogs videos. Go watch it. I know you guys all watch it because I see you commenting. So
most of you guys have seen me make this cake before. If you want to make it, the recipe is on the Getting Making Crystal Pinterest page. It is also on the Instagram page. And you can go back, if you search the YouTube channel for carrot cake, you can watch me make the whole thing. And I don't know if we finished it last time, if I did the frosting after the fact and then showed it on the next night's show. But it's an easy enough frosting. A stick of butter, a pack of cream cheese, and 4 cups of powdered sugar and some vanilla. Mix it together, slop it on. It's going to be thick because it's the recipe's for a layer cake, and I don't do layer cakes.
33% of my life since I've like come into this world in the 70s is on video. I don't remember anymore.
You don't have to. It's on video. You can just go watch it, or Brittany will send you the link.
It's a pretty good chunk. It's a pretty good chunk of my life.
It is. It's
yours too.
Yeah.
So I don't remember, but I'm gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be really good.
When you're old, I'll just play it on the loop.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Well, buckle up.
Have a great weekend.
Buckle up, because we're not the only. You're not the only one having surgery. It's you and the whole audience. So this will be a fun ride. It'll be interesting to look back on the end of the year when we get there of all the stuff that happened. My goal is to try to get Crystal better in time for me to head to Vegas for Super Zoo.
Yes, the plan is to have Blake come stay and help with whatever I can't do.
Yeah, if not, no biggie. But that's the goal. Well, the goal is for you to be.
It's like a month after my surgery, so it should be. I should be able to like get myself to the bathroom and the shower by then.
I don't know if I'm not sure how I was a month into it.
I think you were functioning.
Was I? Oh,
yeah,
thanks.
I think so. Thanks guys for all the like kind things and
I'm
stuff.
Go hit some buttons over here.
Even the rude ginger comments, whatever. All right, guys, have a great weekend. We will see you next Saturday for some Hot Wheels, I guess. Dan,
Yes,
some Hot Wheels.
I think it's time. Everybody's sent me with Hot Wheels. Everybody's ready to see them go again. It's been long enough. It's time to give away another trophy.
Yes, Dan's getting better at printing. You might get a better trophy than everybody else.
No, I printed like 10 of them already.
Oh,
so there's some stuff.
You're gonna get a leftover trophy from before.
Oh, dang. Dang. I'll see what I can do. Yes. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
After all, good tip. I will check that out. I think the frosting might be a little too high, but I will check that out. Thanks. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night.
Bye.
No,
not smiling
You
anymore.
stopped smiling halfway through the turn off of the thing.
That is a sad story.
Can you Madonna those trivets? Oh my gosh.